Hello, everybody. Good evening, butt fucks. How are we doing tonight? I'm all right. I'm good. It's been a Sunday. Hi. I ate way too much, and now I'm like, ugh. Spirit of gluttony, take me now. Hi. Good evening. Hopefully you guys have had a less gluttony Sunday. Too much Dragon Ball Z KFC. Oh, I wish. No, I had pasta, but I made a mistake because I got way too much. You abandoned us yesterday. For a good cause! I had a really good reason to abandon you guys. I didn't abandon you because I'm back. I have a really, really good reason for it, okay? And a funny story out of it, too. Hi! I see that you like the tall woman right here. This is good. I love her, and she's only had like 10 minutes of screen time, and for all I know, fucking... she's gonna kill her at the end or something. I won a Kirby yesterday. So did I, but let me tell you why I actually did not stream yesterday, besides work, which is the usual obvious one. Hello. So, like, the reason why I didn't stream yesterday, besides work, because work is a constant presence in my life, you guys know this, is because I was busy whipping up a batch of brownies to bribe my neighbor with. Okay? So I could stream the Game Awards this Thursday. Oh boy, bribes. And you know what the worst part is? I didn't even eat them. Because I put those bad bitches in the oven, and I got the dog, and I went downstairs to take her for a walk, and I ran into my neighbor. And I asked her, like, hey, I have an award show that I absolutely cannot skip this week. Would it be okay if you guys closed your window? And she was like, yeah, okay, sure. And then I got back home, and I, like, made eye contact with hubby, and I was like, so you know how my luck stat is busted? And he was like, what did you do? And I was like, so I ran into our neighbor. So it turns out I might not need to bribe her with brownies, but I gave her brownies anyway, because I'm nice. My lucky starts with fate herself. Yep! I ran into my neighbor while her brownies that to bribe her were literally in the oven. There you go. Of course, I am an SCP at this point, but at least they got brownies. They got brownies. They got brownies. Hubby got a few bites as well. Did you keep some? Oh, yeah, they were way too many. Did you mention they were supposed to be bribe brownies? I mean, kind of. Hubby did. When we went to drop them off, he was like, I don't know if Lily explained this properly because I get nervous when talking to people. But you basically broke it down, explained the deal with the award show, said we wanted you guys to have these just for, like, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sorry you guys have to close your window. And I was like, yeah, what he said.
Lily, Ipin Jose, the big woman, has less than 1K on the green site.
Thanks so much for the dono. Did you at least test them to see if they were poisoned? I made them. Why would I fucking poison the brownies? I made them. What combination do you have to achieve this look? I was born this way, unfortunately. So yeah, good news. I'm gonna be able to stream the Game Awards live. Honestly, I should probably just, like, sleep up here until it's time. Definitely put Luxat Energy on your gsupps flavor name, Lily, because what the fuck is that? If I ever get a flavor, that's what I'm naming it, because my Luxat is an SCP. At this point, if Lily were a Marvel mutant, she'd be Domino. Probably fuckery is beyond busted. What the fuck? Yeah! Guys, I told you guys I managed to get my dog out of the country by a hair, right? Like, my luck stat is actually real. I did not have all of the paperwork I needed to get my dog out of the country. I had to file special paperwork at the airport 2 days before I left. Nobody told me this. I filed that paperwork in half an hour and still made it to my flight. My luck stat is disproportionately high, which is good because I have like no points in stealth, in athletics, or in constitution. Holy shit, yeah! Your luck stat needs to be studied. I should be put in a lab. Borderline witchcraft a little bit. Or wisdom. Or wisdom. I am not smart. I'm not athletic. I don't have a high dex stat. I'm actually a very fragile being, but what I do have is I have a god of comedy and luck on my side. You might as well have been a quantum computer. Yeah. You got a high charisma stat too. I do have a high risk stat. I think you kind of need a high risk stat to be a streamer. Hi. You got art stats, so maybe it's like a things with Eldritch Alien luck skill. I do. What does the art skill even go into? Like, what's the name for that one? Fine motor skills. But except not really, because I can draw super well, but if you ask me to, like, fucking, like, do my own nails, they're gonna look like ear blood.
Bouncy 31 squape bouncy 31 squape bouncy 31 squape.
Hey, Hyper, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. Rule of funny luck. Glass cannon with a high luck stat. Apparently. Now you can just get the neighbor to close their window all the time. I mean, I don't want them to close their window all the time. The only reason I told them about this is because the office isn't soundproofed yet. They've already taken measurements. I already got the quote for it. I just need to pick a color and get the AC situation sorted out, which hopefully I can do this week, and then we're done. We're good to go. Hi, welcome. Draw a boob with your nails. It'll be perfect. I could probably draw it on my left hand. To be a streamer, you need to have good big boobs or have good stories. Yeah, basically. High risk stat, and if you're funny, you're goated. If you have fat bags, bonus. How much will the work to the office cost? Nothing you guys need to worry about. I'm pretty sure the fucking Roxanne Gold fucking took care of it. Color chosen. Yeah, I'm gonna do like colors for the panels. I'm gonna do like a very light grayish purple. I'm not gonna do pink because it's not the shade of pink that I like. Hi! And it's also way too garish for the office. And I don't just like doing white or gray because I think that's boring, but they had a really nice, lovely little grayish purple, which I think would look very nice. I also got like my bluish carpet this week, so it's gonna be bisexual colors in here by the time I'm done decorating. Many Poké artists recognize the tendencies of each generation or draw take months or human characters in a specific generation, like the gradient from Gen 8 or around the ages of Gen 5 as an artist. Can you get those differences between generations and the ones you've seen so far? So far, no, because I've only really done in-depth work with Gen 1 and Gen 2, and I've mainly focused on the characters. But I do see the style rounding itself out as gens go on. Browns and beige, ew! Bisexual lighting, you're a real streamer. I don't have bisexual lighting in here, not yet anyway. If I put some LEDs, I might, but like, right now, not necessary. Twilight, thanks so much for the membership. Looks to have pink lemonade would be a great gsupps flavor. I mean, tell gsupps you guys want me to have a flavor. Keep using that code and we'll make it happen eventually. Is it at least like a wall paint color that won't burn your retina? No, it's really chill on the retinas. In Mexico, I had bisexual lighting, and then the lights broke.
Good morning, chat and pink thing.
Hi!
As the holidays draw near, remember to be good to yourself. Seasonal and holiday depression is real, and remember to reach out. Happy holidays, everyone.
Oh, yeah, very, very true. Take care of yourself, chat. Thanks so much for the super. My therapist gave me shit. My therapist was like, your brain is going at 100 miles an hour. I'm gonna need you to fucking learn how to slow down mentally. And I'm like, how? Because I'm always doing something. But you know what? She has a good point. So she told me to, like, whenever I'm doing something, like, really think about it. Be slow about it. So I made soup and I just took my time stirring my soup. And it was nice. I don't think you're ever gonna be normal. No, but it's okay. Like how you need your days of rest. Yeah, but like, I don't really take days off. I'm doing something always.
Ramune flavor, but better, as gsupps. Remember to use code KinkyMation for 10% off your next order.
Real talk though, if you guys ever want me to have a flavor or like the cup and stuff like that, you just have to keep using the code. Someone made the joke that bisexual colors are cat-coded and pansexual colors are dog-coded, and I cannot unthink that now. Honestly, I mainly like the color combination because it looks nice. Is it more so with a married life? You'd be very surprised that married life and unmarried life are not all that different. The only difference is that there's someone else in the house that you can talk to now. What's the best soup type of soup to happily? Right now, I've been having like butternut squash with tomato soup. Hi. It's just anything warm and comforting will do. Because it's cold outside. The trees are changing colors. Like from my office, I can actually see, because I actually have seasons in this country. But from my grandparents' house, I can never see the trees. Hubby says he saw them, but like I just didn't notice them. But now they're changing colors. They're like orange and shit. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You don't get that in Mexico. Everyone knows pozole is king. Yeah, but I don't know how to make that. You're not eating that soup with a 3D printer meat, are you? No. But I would not, like, care. Protein is protein.
We mini have arrived. Let the drip flow.
Hey, thanks so much for the super. Good. What's ARKNIGHTS? ARKNIGHTS is a gacha. Married life, is there someone else in the house and you have one of the best methods of stress relief? Yes. How is Spanish winter? Is it strong or is it around like 0 Celsius at worst? Babby mode. It's kind of babby mode in the island. The mainland gets more cold though. Normally in Latin America, if a tree is changing color, it is because it is dying. Any predictions or hopes for the Game Awards? I am expecting Expedition 33 to win a decent chunk of awards, and hopefully Silksong and Hades get some too. How much are you gonna review today? I have like 50 characters set up, but I don't think we're gonna get that far. ARKNIGHTS has a lot of units. But again, if the video does well, I can always make another one. That's what I do with Hunt. $50, that barely covers 6 stars. I don't make the rules, mama. I only have so much time per stream.
For the lockdown, my family and I stockpiled canned soups. But this was also when I really learned how to cook homemade. Now I have a load of soup.
Soup is good though. Thanks so much for the super. I love soup.
Let me give my compliments on the Roxanne incident video. Wave did an excellent job, especially with the addition of the Lily hamster wheel.
I love the
Glad
hamster wheel.
Glad to have been a part and contributed to the chaos.
Hey, thanks so much for the super. No, the Roxanne video made me laugh really, really hard. He did a really good job with it. I was not expecting it to turn out that fucking funny, but it did. Like, fucking chef's kiss for adding William Tell's overture to, like, the first part. Are you covering base designs or only the skins as well? We're doing base today. We want to go through the characters. We'll do skins. We can do skins later if the video does well.
Is it just going to be the operators or also some NPCs? There are certain NPCs that just goes hard.
Just operators tonight. Thanks so much for the super. Hi! Speaking of chat, Newman, do you want me to preemptively put on slow mode? No, it's manageable. I only, like, ask you guys to put it on slow mode if there's, like, a ridiculous amount of chatting going on and I can't read anything.
Hear me out. I find the twins really attractive in Dead by Daylight. I stand by it.
Okay, I hear you and I don't judge you, but I slowly, maybe sort of raise my eyebrows at you a little bit. All right, thanks so much for the super. I don't think that you realize that you've summoned the Hive Mind, that it's the ARKNIGHTS 5. They cannot be worse than Five Nights at Freddy's. I think I've dealt with the most insane fandoms so far.
Shout out to the best TK character, Hummus.
Hey, thanks so much for the super. Like, honest to God, after the FNAF fandom, nothing will surprise me anymore. Like, I dealt with Yu-Gi-Oh!, with Digimon, with the Sonic fandom, and FNAF. I think that I've covered my bases for the most enthusiastic fandom so far. Am I missing any? And I'm dipping my toe to Fortnite bit by bit. What about the Splatoon fandom, Lily? I think the Splatoon fandom is probably very chill. Lily's collecting fandoms like the Infinity Stones. Yes, I am, actually. That helps me learn things. So FNAF is the high bar. FNAF is a very high bar, yes. Because FNAF has, like, children and suspiciously wealthy furries all at the same time. So, yeah. I think FNAF is the highest bar. No, but, like, the Sonic fandom can get it, too, though. The Sonic fandom is probably pretty up there as well. What about TF2? Oh, the TF2 fandom is also super unhinged, yeah. My Little Pony Lily. I've never done a character review of MLP. Maybe I will someday. And I may or may not crack a lot of jokes at mlpfansexpense.com.org because I actually do like the show. I think it's cute. But I stand by my statement that if you put goo goo eyes and fucking hair swishies on any character, men will want to fuck it. The Warhammer fandom is up there. I'm gonna collect all of you guys like Infinity Stones, I swear to God. Who do I already have? I have the FNAF Infinity Stone.
There's a few furry characters in ARKNIGHTS, but those few. They got some good waifu material.
Yeah, ARKNIGHTS does have a fair few, actually, but we'll see some of them. Thanks so much for the super. What about the Uma family? The Umas are chill. They just tell you that horses fuck a lot.
Well, to ARKNIGHTS, we have depression.
Actually, yes. Yeah, very much so. Thanks so much for the super. Like, who do I collect like Infinity Stones? We've got FNAF. That's a big pillar. The Sonic fandom. TF2. Digimon. Yu-Gi-Oh! How many stones am I missing? Like, one. Undertale. I've never done a character review on Undertale.
Give me the Dredgex Heady Core fan art, and my life is yours. Also, I would smash the Plague, Skull Merchant, and even the Crazy.
Oh dear. Thanks so much for the super. But from here to Discord, remember to only do the Kodok chat. Oh yeah, that was very much a joke. Has been hell of a fandom. I don't know if it's that, like, no, I don't think you can beat out the Undertale fandom, and I think that the Has-Been fandom is like a subset of the Undertale fandom, in a way. Which is, fun fact, a subset of the Homestuck fandom. You're welcome. The One Piece community. One Piece, like, anime, you know what? I am actually, like, I do put anime in its own little circle, in a way. Did you do, like, Cookie Run finally? No, I've been meaning to make a Cookie Run video, but I've never gotten around to it. It always comes back to Homestuck every time. They all fall under the Tumblr category. I wasn't gonna say it, but chat went and said it for me. The Project Moon community is pretty intense, but it can be hard to make a video for. The main reason I've never done anything with Limbus Company is because their artwork is borderline unusable for the type of video I want to make. If I was talking about just the illustrations, I could easily do that, but I want to talk about the character designs, and they don't have renders. They have, like, illustrations, and they have, like, the chibis. It's not the level of detail I need to make, like, an in-depth character review. That's why I have never made one with Limbus, fun fact. They don't have full body renders, and that makes my job very difficult.
NGL, this is first time actually catching one of your streams, and it's my favorite game. A shame I gotta go sleep since it's 2 a.m. Weekly Comic-Con AK?
Oh, I wish that you get a really restful sleep. Thanks so much for the super. Okay.
You got FNAF, Marvel, Persona, Pokemon, TF2, even Yu-Gi-Oh! You're gonna take over the internet at this point.
I mean, I'm collecting fandoms like the Infinity Stones. Thanks so much for the super. All right, let's begin tonight's segment, shall we? So, in an ocean of a lot of gacha games, a game that has always stood out to me, not just aesthetically, but gameplay-wise, has been ARKNIGHTS. Now, if you guys don't know what ARKNIGHTS is, it's basically a gacha, but the way the game plays is kind of like a tower defense game, right? It's actually a pretty fun one. I haven't played it in a hot minute, but back when the game first launched, I was right the fuck in there. I genuinely enjoyed the gameplay. I love the operators, And believe it or not, it's actually a game that a lot of people have asked me to cover. Now, I've been waiting a little bit on this one because I've had a lot of other reviews to do, but I think it's about time I dip my toe into another gacha. So, disclaimer, this is operators only, and it's going to be a few videos. ARKNIGHTS has a lot of units. The game is not super duper old, but it's at least over 3 years at this point. So, we're gonna have to pace ourselves with this. Almost 6 years playing for me. Yeah, okay, it's over 6 years old. It's one of the older ones. Now, I do know that Enfield is coming out soon, but we're not covering Enfield here. We're only doing base ARKNIGHTS. 400 fucking units, baby. So, we're only gonna do the base units for ARKNIGHTS. Base operators. No skins this time around, no NPCs, only base operators, alright? Otherwise, we're gonna be here for 12 million years. Like, I did add the evolved artwork in here, but as like a different frame. I'm not gonna go super character design analysis on those, because I mainly want those to be in there for you guys to look at, because they do change the artwork there. So yeah, 400 units, it's pretty beefy, so we're gonna have to pace ourselves, alright? I like being here for like 12 million years. I do as well, but I have another job to do during the day, so I can't stream all day. Also, character reviews are a lot on the mind. So, like, 3 hours is about the most I can do for a big one before I need to take a break. Without further ado, though, I think we may begin. If this keeps going, it's gonna be like ARKNIGHTS Operator Review Part 9 eventually. I mean, we've done like 5 UMA ones, so it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Side note, I remember you mentioning the Trails games during the stream for the VGA nominees. Nice to meet you, and I hope that you're doing well. I found you through your Killer Bean video. Oh, thank you! One of the first video that, like, Hubby was ever in at all. You're gonna be doing Fortnite videos for the next 2 years. If I do one a week, it won't be 2 years. It might be.
Side note, I remember you mentioning the Trails games during the stream for the VGA nominees. As a fan of the series, I don't really recommend streaming the games, sadly. I can recommend the Wise games, though, pronounced D's.
Oh, thanks so much for the super. Yeah, no, I thought about it and I was like, there's like a billion games in the Trails franchise. I think I'm gonna like start small with the JRPGs because they're hefty. They are. Okay, so let's begin. Oh. Are we going by order of rarity here, or we're going by release order? Okay, okay. We start with Lancet. So, remember when I said, when we were doing Reverse 1999, that I kind of live for gachas that have units that are, like, not people? ARKNIGHTS is one of these games. Another thing about ARKNIGHTS is that it's not overtly goony in its designs at all. It's actually fairly well balanced across the board, but they do have some units that they give to you because you need units on the map. Because it's a tower defense, you need units. This is not one of those gachas that you can play with like 3 people and that's it. No, 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 no. You have to be able to deploy these butt fucks.
Best girl.
Thanks so much for the super. Yeah, this is person size, by the way. So, Lancet 2, I think, I don't remember what it was, but from what I'm getting, it's a healing unit. It's literally there on the map to fucking support other units, and you can get that from the design. Incredibly friend-shaped, it's a little baby robot on wheels. It has a camera, it has its wheels, it has the Red Cross that I'm surprised they haven't been sued by, and there you go. That's Lancet 2, baby. It's a super simple one. Yeah, healer baby. A pretty big robot, mind you. Castle! Why are there robots? I completely forgot about this because I have not played ARKNIGHTS in the longest time. But yeah, there are a few robot units. I have no idea what Castle 3 does. It looks like a turret. I feel like it fires projectiles, guns, and shit. Cannons? Perhaps cannons? These look like cannons, chat. It's got mortars. Pretty much you just a kid. Yeah, you put these in the front and these take fucking damage from the attacking units while your beefier, wifely units do their shit in the back. Yeah, most of the 1-star units are robots. These are very easy to get. They're like your filler when you, like, pull for the gacha, you know? It's like the guard. Beep, beep. Yeah, grenade launchers, perhaps. But it's a robot. I mean, you can tell that it's a defense robot very easily. It has the square design shape, which is very sturdy, very reliable. It has its little wheels, though, so you can move it. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, right, I forgot to give you guys a summary of the lore of Arknights. I haven't played in a while, so bear with me, so if anybody knows it, you can feel free to add. So basically, Arknights is kind of, I would call it urban sci-fi in its aesthetic. It's kind of like grungy urban sci-fi, where you basically live on a fortress that moves around, travels through places, and you are like a tactician, a commander, something, right? Your main charge is a Banui girl who is adorable, and I have drawn before, yes. And some of your units are infected by this mysterious disease that's most definitely gonna gank them, so it's kind of depressing, but, like, your task is to, like, you know, avoid the rock cancer, save the world. I don't know what else has happened in the story, because I have not played for the longest time, but it's depressing. It's, like, pseudo-post-apocalyptic. Each nation or whatever has, like, their own types of animals, people, all that jazz. It is a really cool setting, it is a really cool aesthetic, but it is a depressing kind of game. Yeah, the vibe is not happiness. They had to make a 400-page lore book. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot! Yeah, you got the gist of it. You got it. Back. Let's keep going. Yato. Oh, okay, this is one of the first units that you get. So, when Arknights first came out, I saw a bunch of the units and I really, really love them. But, like, the thing I like about Arknights is that even their not super rare units fit into the aesthetic of the world pretty well. So, something that you see a lot in Arknights is you see, like, these big jackets with a very strong accent color, usually blue, in your faction. Even the more, like, beefy characters have stuff like this, but the fact that, like, your 2-star units have a really cool vibe, despite the fact that they're, like, very simple NPCs, does make me happy in gachas. A lot of the time, gachas tend to, like, completely ignore the 2 or 1-star units in favor of making the other units look beefier and special and more exciting. And yes, this is true to an extent in Arknights. Their base units also look really nice. We have a very solid outfit, looks like a uniform for Rhodes Island, which is, you know, the jacket. We have a really cool shirt, skirt, very comfy, very practical. Most of the characters in Arknights are some form of animal person, by the way. I don't think I've seen, like, a normal human in Arknights. They all have, like, horns, pointy ears, or animal features in some way, shape, or form. There's also furries, fun fact. So, yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. This character, Yato, is one of, like, the less rare units. And again, this is a tower defense game, so you need a lot of units. And it's really cool that they made, like, a very basic uniform for Rhodes Islands. I love the color scheme for this because it's, like, just blue, black, white. Really simple, it gets to the point. It's not a very snazzy character, but it doesn't need to be. It's just like a foot soldier, you know? And you get that vibe through looking at them.
One of the first gachas that's blatantly dark if I recall. I mean, Gummy has a habit.
Yeah, they have a pretty depressing story overall. Thanks so much for the super. Noir Corn! Another non-human person. There is, like, no human people. And again, the units also have, like, different things that they can do. There's, like, defense units, offensive units, all that jazz. And you can usually tell at a glance from what they're wearing.
Yato got an art update in the Monster Hunter collab event that is unfortunately not on her playable version.
Oh, boo. That's sad. Thanks so much for the super. But yeah, like, this guy is a guy who's obviously defense. He has a tower shield. He has his knee pads. You can tell that he's on the ground a lot, holding the shield up, like, holding line. Again, not human at all. Has a big old fucking horn in the middle of his forehead. Hair is very, very cool. Face is hidden. But much like Yato, he has the black jacket with the Rhodes Islands logo, the blue, like, accents, his, like, badge. Like, they have, like, their employee badges and shit. And despite the fact that it's just a dude in a very urban-looking outfit, it does give warfare to some extent, thanks to the weapons and elements like the knee pads, and other bits of, like, military-esque equipment that these characters get to wear from time to time. It's a very simple design, but I think that just giving them the Rhodes Island uniform does a lot to sell the fact that they're a part of a big unit. It's another thing I like about this gacha is that it's fairly cohesive all across the board. So far, like, at least at first, I don't know if it's changed over the years, but across the board, it's fairly cohesive with its aesthetic. It all feels very sci-fi, urban, grungy, which I enjoy. These early units really helps to set up the look and feel, the basic design language, and the basic, like, character design principle that ARKNIGHTS had, which was kind of like, we are not exactly an army, but you shouldn't fuck with us either. It's an organization of some kind, you know? And it looks pretty good. We begin with the furries, because there are a few, chat! And it's really funny that, despite the fact that this gacha is not super goony, they do have some very enticing designs. We also have, like, more traditionally fantasy weapons as well. It's not all guns and lasers. We have archers. We have people who use magic, although they don't call it magic. But even then, they managed to make it look fairly, nice and make it blend in really, really well with the rest of the Rhodes Islands crew. Like, Rangers has a really nice take on the traditional blue and black jacket. It's a longer robe-like coat. He has some armor. The lizard grippers are out. Eh, baby. He has some tail armor as well. Oh, wait, no, it's the bow. He has this bow. He's wearing the uniform, but he's made it his own, if that makes sense. Like, as we keep going through, like, the releases, you're gonna see more unique designs. But they all kind of follow this philosophy. The blue and black is almost always present somewhere, even if it's just an accent color. And it's just, like, a big part of what makes the Rhodes Islands members stand out. Not every operator is a member, I think, but most of them tend to be. Feet and tail. Very furry. A very good furry as well. Let's see that face. Yeah, we were not afraid to give him, like, a full lizard face. A lot of the times with anime furries, I'm going to judge, they are terrified of the snout. They are terrified of the snout and of making an animal, an anthro have an animal face. And I think that ARKNIGHTS is not cowards, so I appreciate this. I know she's a 2-star. I'm aware, but look at that butt. She's one of the first units that I got, and I love her. She can use magic, okay? Like, she's a magic user. She has a fat dumpy. Her hair is adorable. She looks eepy, and she, again, embodies the kind of, like, uniform and vibe of, like, the Rhodes Island member. She has the big jacket. The lining is blue. She's wearing the skirt, but she has, like, cute thigh highs. She has a little baby hat. She has a scarf. We follow the color scheme and we follow the design principle. You guys will notice very quickly that a lot of these units are not going to have very rounded or embellished patterns. Most of the clothing, the way that they're cut and put together, they tend to be pretty angular for the Rhodes Islands members. Because again, it's kind of a depressing story.
Love if you did D&D tieflings.
Thanks so much for the super. Maybe I will someday. But, like, yeah, like, they have elf people. They don't call them that. But, yeah, the fantasy races are all represented, for the most part, in ARKNIGHTS. And they do have magic. Do they call it magic? I don't think they do call it magic at all. But the design is really cute because despite the fact that she's in uniform, it has a lot of personality. She has big, floopy sleeves. She has, like, the cute thigh high. She has the short little baby skirt, the scarf, the hat. She looks eepy and adorable. It's like, yes, I am a member of the organization, but I'm not quite a full soldier. Like, we're evolving past just being a regular field unit, and we're getting a bit more personality in here. Bitty bit. While the design is still very simple, mind you, it doesn't have a ton of embellishment, but it doesn't need it. It's a good design. $12F. Oh, baby. Give me that furry goodness, baby.
during Destroyer of Worlds.
But she's so cute, though. Thanks so much for the super. Another Scaly. There's a lot of furries in Arknights. Look at that. And even though you look at him and you look like, oh, wow, he could be wearing Adidas, it's still pretty fantasy in the way that it's posed, in the way that it's, like, hanging out. Like, and he still has the blue accents that most Rhode Island's members have. I really like the use of color for this one in particular, because they didn't do a ton of the blue accents, but the black is backlit in a way that makes it look blue. And it's just very, very, like, athletic, easy to move around in clothing. He has his wand, which I think is very funny, because he does not at all look magic.
12F, Lolate's self-insert Lamau.
Thanks so much for the super. But yeah, like, it's pretty urban, pretty grungy, pretty fun. It's, like, kind of reminds me of, like, Blade Runner, I guess, almost in a way. It's very futuristic. It's supposed to be, like, post-apocalyptic. But I like it, though. I enjoy the urban sci-fi setting. I think that, like, you should be allowed to play with different styles of clothing when you're doing sci-fi that isn't just, like, plug suits. Very much appreciate that. And I also really like how they do their furries. I think they look nice. For the most part, they're not afraid to embrace the furry. We haven't gotten to the mammals yet! Most operator names are actually code names, not their actual names. Oh, I know. Are we gonna start? I'm aware. But, like, I'm not gonna write down their names here because I'm not gonna go look for them. There's a 400 pages of lore. I'm not doing that. So we're using the code names, mama. Speaking of furries, I finally found time to watch the entire Roxanne saga this morning. Lily, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? I'm making funeral arrangements for you when you do the inevitable hell of a boss resigned of you. In my defense, I did not know that Twitch was having a sub sale that day. Whoops. Thanks so much for reaching out, though. All right. But yeah, so 12 Elf, it's a really good design. Again, these are pretty, you could call them generic, but they still fit the aesthetic really well. Reptiles are severely underused. They're not easy to draw. Okay, we're moving on to the 3 stars. Fang. Fang is a cute one. Fang is a very, very cute one. I will say her design is not my favorite, but I do like her vibe in general. Her design is not my favorite because we start taking some breaks here from the typical Rhodes Islands outfits. Because I don't get what the dress and the boots are for. I forget, does ARKNIGHTS have different artists on their rosters for the gacha? I think they do. That is my one small nitpick with this gacha.
One issue I have with these kinds of games is that they're not loyal to any aesthetic. Mixing sci-fi, fantasy, urban, etc. makes the world feel muddled.
That might be something that happens later on in the game, but in the first order of release, in the first one, believe it or not, they were not that muddled. My main nitpick with gachas like these is, and this is why I love gachas like Grand Blue Fantasy, and this is why I give MiHoYo a lot of credit when it comes to their actual art style, is I do not like different artists for gachas unless they can all stick to one art style. Why? Because it breaks cohesion. It really, really breaks cohesion. Fire Emblem Heroes has the same problem. We have one art style and then a completely different art style for another unit. It tends to make things feel really not cohesive, and it breaks me out of the immersion, if that makes sense, especially if they're in cutscenes. And it's another thing I like about Reverse 1999 is that they have one artist. Or a team of artists that can emulate the same art style. I think that it genuinely adds a lot to a gacha when you can use the same art style for everything. So Fang's design, not my favorite. While I do enjoy the Rhodes Islands jacket, I don't know what's happening underneath it. It's cute, but I'm not expecting cute for an operator like this. I am expecting someone to dress a little bit more in that grungy urban sci-fi vibe and not quite in the peasant dress with the not quite long enough socks and very, very fantasy-esque boots for some reason. I do know that there's different regions in ARKNIGHTS, but not all of these designs are my favorite. I will be completely open and honest about that, but I do like Fang's face. I do like her vibe. I like her hair. I love her jacket. I just do not like what's underneath the jacket. Vanilla, a unit. Did I have Vanilla? She's super fucking cute, mind you.
The younger looking 3 stars are usually the novices of Rhodes Island, hence why Fang looks like this.
Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, they're usually not supposed to be like very high-end units. Fire Emblem Heroes review, but only the Fire Emblem OCs and their ultimate forms. I would never do a Fire Emblem Heroes review that is not the OG units, because they're all from different games.
One artist has made adult art of the unit they drew for the game.
This should not surprise you. A lot of the artists that makes the art for stuff like this have dipped their hand into not safe for work. I believe this is the same artist that designed Murdoch, which I do, Mudrock, which I do know from ARKNIGHTS. I've drawn them before. Vanilla is one of the more cutesy 3 stars for ARKNIGHTS. Her weapon is great. She's super fucking cute. I don't know what animal she's supposed to be, but I like her a lot. I think she's super adorable. In general, has a pretty strong design. She actually forgoes the Rhodes Island jacket, but she still has the blue and black accent on her choker. It's a bit, this one I like more because it fits more the aesthetic that I was talking about, right? This one feels a lot more urban. She has a bomber jacket. She has like a cute, like a loose t-shirt, pencil skirt, cute sneakers and tights. Definitely feels like it has some military vibe to it. I specifically love the like fabric wrapping around her axe. I think it's a great touch. It really ties together that like sci-fi urbanistic feel when you see how they use patterns and color in this. Like, a lot of the ARKNIGHTS character designs rely heavily on very dark colors and a lot of accents. So you're not going to see a ton of bright color for ARKNIGHTS characters except in their accent colors. So Vanilla's accent color is yellow, and her color palette is primarily black and a very desaturated emerald green. It's a very cute look, though, very nice and subdued, because I like it, because it means that the places where the accent color is usually where your eye will immediately go. You're drawn to bright colors, okay? The human brain is drawn to bright colors, so if you make a color palette that's super bright, your retina's gonna get assaulted, right? So you need something like this, where there's one really bright accent color that your eye is immediately going to go to. So the first thing I look at, and ironically enough, very funny that the focal point of this design is actually her axe, not her face. It's usually the face. Very cute character regardless, though. I think that she has a great vibe, and I love the tail 2 bits.
Mixing them isn't the issue. It's when they're so drastically different that they feel contradictory, like Genshin adding bikes or Z adding magic.
Yeah, like, again, you have to be really, really careful with your themes and your art style. You have to make sure that things are cohesive. Thanks so much for the super.
20-hour video just talking about Byleth in Heroes.
I would do this. I actually would incredibly do this. But no. Thanks so much for the super. Plume. Okay, we're starting to get into it with the more unique ARKNIGHTS designs, for sure. Again, all of these are animal people, and we leaned into that heavy with Plume, right? I like her because she has a more, like, military uniform vibe going on. The cape is phenomenal. I don't know if she has wings or if that is a part of her outfit, and I do not care because it fits her aesthetic perfectly. There's also a really good example of a more asymmetrical design that still respects a general silhouette. Despite the fact that the cape is different on one side to the other, she still has a triangular composition. The silhouette is still very much a triangle. The uniform underneath is very, very cohesive. We start to lean into a little bit more of an urban fantasy instead of urban sci-fi here, but I've said this before. You can marry sci-fi and fantasy. They're actually very close to each other. In a weird way, you just have to know how to do it. Exactly what elements you want to use. So it's not completely like divergent. And I think that they did a good job with Plume. Because she has a lot of fancy elements, but there's still the use of fabric, logos.
My favorite bodyguard burb.
A very cute one. Thanks so much for the super. Like, the use of the logos, the use of the fabric, the cuts of the fabric. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there has been very, very few non-straight lines in these designs. They're almost always incredibly angular. Straight cuts all across the board. Maybe some rounded edges here and there. But for the most part, it's very straight lines. And her boots are pretty modern, and her gloves are pretty modern, but the overall silhouette is mainly fantasy, which is very interesting to see in general. Melantha, oh, another case of, like, why is the art style so different? Like, this actually... confession. I'm an artist. You guys know this, right? Most normal people might not be able to notice this, but if you are an artist and you have a bit of a trained eye, you will be able to spot differences in art style from about 5 miles away. Every artist has their own signature blueprint, and a great skill of an artist that is going to work in projects like this is style adaptability. If you can adapt your art style to whatever it is that your client needs of you, that is a vital skill. Maybe in gacha games, they don't ask them for that.
Activate Melanda's skill.
I can't, I'm not playing, but thanks so much for the super. Comic Post went up. Oh, let me tag everybody. No, wait, like, give me a second. But yeah, like, I can spot the difference in the art style from about 12 miles away because the line art is different, this is borderline lineless, and the face is super fucking different. Now, it's not a deal breaker for most people, but for me, it is something that I almost always notice in gachas when the artists are different. I know that for a lot of them, it's like a point of like, ooh, look at this artist is working on this, and that's fine. But it really takes me out of it immersion-wise if you have so many units with so many different art styles, because already this is breaking immersion for me, and it's breaking cohesion because it's not quite as urban fantasy grungy here. It's a cute design for sure, but I don't see it in ARKNIGHTS. This would fit better in another gacha. The dress is very cute, the color scheme is very solid. I generally enjoy the silhouette, but thanks to the wildly differing art style, I don't see it for ARKNIGHTS. The only ARKNIGHTS thing that I see in this is her wristband. I see the cat ears. You drew this, didn't you? No, I drew another one. I drew another cat one. Not this one, but I did draw another cat ones. It's one of those things that genuinely grinds my gears, and it's a very mean nitpick, but I do genuinely think if you're gonna make a gacha that's gonna end up having this many units, use one art style. It's not that hard.
ARKNIGHTS has many artists designing units, so it's going to have variety. Shame about the theme breaking.
I don't mind variety. Variety in, like, character design is fine, but you need art style cohesion. For me, art style cohesion can make or break a gacha. If you're gonna have different artists, at least make it super subtle. But for the most part, these are not subtle at all. And the problem is, if they don't quite understand the assignment when it comes to, like, designing a character, you're gonna have a character like this, like Melantha, which... it could fit the theme of ARKNIGHTS, but for some reason, I don't know why, it does not. I guess it feels a little bit more JRPG and a little bit less ARKNIGHTS. Plume can still fit in there, but look at the difference, please. Like, they're using a completely different color palette, a completely different school of design. It's a good design, but I don't think it fits ARKNIGHTS. Melantha's eyes feel kind of weird in comparison to my face. It's completely an art style thing, completely, because the line art is approached very, very differently, and the face style is a little bit more early 2000s anime, as opposed to the more modern take that they have in other units. If you look at, like, Vanilla or Plume, their eyes are a little bit more akin to modern anime, and Melantha is giving kind of like an old-school anime vibe, if that makes sense. The lighting is also completely off. It's not off, it's just different.
Contrast makes a character, but too much breaks him.
Yeah, basically, you need to, it's a very, very fine line. So not a bad unit, just not one that I would think fits in ARKNIGHTS, because look at how different her facial anatomy is compared to, like, Vanilla and Plume. This is a more modern anime art style. And Melantha's is like, and same with this one, Melantha's is way more early 2000s anime. It's more moe, which does not necessarily fit how serious ARKNIGHTS is as a game, because it does have a pretty serious story, all things considered. If it's considered cohesion breaking, so you're gonna drive you crazy. I apologize in advance, ARKNIGHTS fandom. You might not like me very much by the end of this video, but I'm sticking to my guns. Cardigan, adorable. An adorable design. The face is still, again, completely different, but the design is adorable, and at the very least, Cardigan doesn't stick out that much to me. You wanna know why? She fits the aesthetic. She is dressed in like super modern urban clothing, urban military. Looks almost like a ski suit. Love the goggles. She has her Rhodes Island shield. She's using like the straight lines and very like strong contrast and the Rhodes Island color scheme in general. It's a good unit design-wise. It definitely looks like she's a part of the operation for sure. Hi, Scruffy. Oh, Scruffy's gonna hate me by the end of this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna review these completely blind because I haven't played Arknights in years, but I may or may not tear some things to little baby pieces completely unintentionally.
She's still waiting for her next promotion.
I mean, she should get it. Look how cute she is. It's a good one. And again, the main thing is, if you're gonna have different art styles, fine, I can overlook that, but make them fit the aesthetic. Make sure that they fit the aesthetic for Arknights, because if you don't fit the aesthetic, you might as well be grabbing, pulling a Fortnite. Hey, Fool, thanks so much for gifting Scruffy a sub. Thank you. It's the same color, but inverted is good. Yeah, like, there's like 3 main colors that the Rhodes Islands team uses, which is the white, black, and the blue accent. And they're all present here, but Cardigan also has, like, her own touch with the red sneakers, which looks very cute. Why is one leg lighter? Oh, they use different lighting tricks for this. It's to imply that it's further away. It's a perspective thing, which, yeah, it makes sense, because, again, it's not an easy thing to draw most times. Especially without a background, it looks like it's floating in space. You need to imply that there's some distance there. Yeah, Scruffy drops by from time to time, because he's the GOAT. Beagle. I love Beagle! I love Beagle! Beagle is super cute. Beagle is adorable. So, Beagle I love for a myriad of reasons, but I like her a lot because she basically has, like, the knight set of weapon with the most cozy Arknight aesthetic on the planet. It reminds me of Pramanix, which is another unit that we're probably not going to see in this video, but we will eventually. In that she has her giant Rhodes Islands coat and her tower and her fucking shield and her sword, but she has a comfy sweater underneath it, and it's so cute and it's so soft. She's also a dog person. This is Puppy Girl. They all have, like, their operators' IDs as well, which is very cute. And again, she's respecting the base uniform color scheme, but she's adding her own. She's adding the orange, and orange looks really good with that shade of blue, believe it or not. People are saying, F, does she get ganked? I hope not! I hope not! She's an intern. She's super cute. And we're gonna be here for a while since there's just so many ops since she played. Yeah, there's like 400 units. It's okay. If the video does well, I'll make more.
We just have to wait for Beagle to return from last mission in Bolivar. Wait a minute.
You guys are lucky I'm not playing anymore. I would've gotten so mad at you guys for spoiling that for me. Thanks so much for the super. Actually, yeah, wait, Scruffy, hold on a minute. It's your fault that I'm into Arknights at all. Fun fact, all the fucking Doberman porn that I drew in, like, my fucking tenure on the internet, yeah, it's Scruffy's fault. He got me into this mess. The person who recommended Arknights to me was Scruffy Turtles. Literally, he was the person that got me into this.
How far are you going in this?
Meow.
At this point today there is 374 operators. More coming in January.
I have 50. But again, just like cons, if it goes well, I can make more. I do not mind making more videos for gachas. They're entertaining. They have a lot of units, and they're usually very fun to go over character design-wise, because there's a lot of variety. But I like Beagle, because Beagle encompasses... Beagle, you look at her and you think, oh, cozy, right? Why is Beagle so cozy? Let's take a closer look. First of all, she has a predominantly warm color palette. Despite the fact that the color scheme for the Rhodes Islands uniform is very, very, very dark, the undertones in the character's uniform are warm. Yes, you can have black with warm undertones. You can do this. You never draw, like, with straight black anything anyway. You're supposed to use, like, different tones. Second, her shape language is very, very friendly. There's not many angles here. Even her shield is rounded. Her body language is very drawn into herself. She's not holding the sword out aggressively, like... or anything like that. No, she has it, like, to her side. It's not threatening in the slightest. She has a very cozy looking outfit. Her neck is a little bit hidden. She's a little bit shy, very cutesy, very soft. And in general, she's one of those operators that she looks like she couldn't hurt a fly, but I have to put her on the field anyway because otherwise I'm gonna lose. Wait, there's only a 3-star? Yes, the max you can get with Arknights is 6. We got a ways to go, but these are by order of release, so we will see some 6 stars. She's just a girl. She's just a little baby beagle. It's a puppy, by the way, cute tail, with a shield and a sword. And I love her because she does feel like a puppy. She does have a very puppy personality.
The warm tones actively contrast with the black and gray, making them feel warmer and pop out more.
Yes, Goroshiori, thanks so much for the super. Like, any good artist will tell you that the way that you use undertones is vital, okay? Vital to what you want to convey in a character's design. And with Beagle, you want warmth. You don't want this to be an icy character. She's very sweet, she's very cute, and usually warm undertones can do a lot to sell that design. Also, she does have the base, like, Rhodes Island's uniform. If you see one of those, like, bracelets on people, Scruffy, correct me if I am wrong, you're infected if you have one of these, right? Or are these just communicators? Because, like, fun facts, a lot of your units in Arknights have, like, rock cancer. Yes, yeah, if you have one of these, you're infected. It's an infection. Yeah. There's a disease in Arknights that basically turns you into Creamtoll. A lot of units are infected, but they're under control. So it's sad, but not really. Yeah, no, it's like a regulator that shows your vitals. Yeah, they have so many units. It's pretty cool lore in general. But I like it though. It's a really good design. I like modern cozy knights, but not quite the knight. Like modern cozy battle maid almost. She has like the battle skirt. Saber has something like this from Fate. Wait, put up a picture. She has like a little bit of lace underneath. So like, yeah, nice little personal touches here and there. Very sweet. Cruz. Oh, I love this stupid rabbit. I use this unit a lot because the archers are the tits. If you've ever played Arknights, you will know that the archers are the tits because they can do a lot of damage from really far away. Cruz is one of those units that really personalized their uniform because you could just have like white, black, and your blue and black jacket, but Cruz was like, nah, I need some color. And she picked green and a nice little desaturated olivey green, which very nicely matches with the blue on the jacket. She has a little bit more of a fantasy weapon. The weapon types are just all across the boards here. Don't ask me about weapon cohesion in this game. There is none, okay? It's mainly because, as people in chat have stated before, everyone is from a different region, and they have different cultures, and they do things very, very differently. My favorite unit is actually not that sci-fi, fun fact. But with Cruz, it's fun because she still looks very urban. She has her sneakers, and she has her, like, little baby shorts, her t-shirt, her jacket, her gloves, and she's holding, like, a fucking good old-fashioned crossbow. Baby boo. She looks very friendly, she looks very cute, she has, in general, very open, relaxed postures. Not at all someone you would expect to shoot a weapon at you, but she will do it. And gives the vibe of someone who's pretty clumsy, because she has, like, the band-aids, but a very helpful unit on this. Cruise time skip, maybe we can show you a glimpse here in chat. We'll get there, Scruffy! We'll get... Scruffy's gonna be, like, the most enthusiastic person in this. We'll see them later, though. We'll see them eventually. Like, can I tell you guys something cool about Arknights, though? And I kind of missed it. I kind of want to go back.
A fair number of units are working with Rhodes Island under contract or cooperation, but are from other factions, companies. Often in exchange for rock cancer treatment, monitoring.
Yeah. Your main character is a doctor. And usually the units that are there on contract are not in the full color scheme. They have other colors normally. So a fun fact about Arknights as a game is you can beat Arknights, all of it, with free units. Like, there's literally, like, videos on YouTube that show you how to get past even the hardest levels with free units. Arknights is one of those games that you do not need their ridiculous power scaling 6-star units to beat the game. Which is why it's so fun to play. Yostin guides, yes! Yes, they're the tits! I actually want to go back into Arknights because it's actually very fun to play. It's addictive. Kyostin is the goat. Like, shout out to Kyostin for all the cool guides on Arknights, because if and when I go back, I will need their assistance. Our Lord and Savior. you can basically be the entirety of Arknights with just 3 units. And even then, their units that are less rare do have some very unique designs as well. He's still at it. Good! I'm gonna have to try it. Oh, if I can get some people... Activate Melantha's skill now. Like, if I can get some people into Arknights, I will have done my duty as someone who is a fan of the game and who wants to keep playing it. Because, like, Enfield, no hate, but I don't like MiHoYo clones. Go play base Arknights. Arknights is the only gacha that has all my attention in my wallet. Arknights is one of the few gachas that I would feel comfortable spending money in, because I get the units for the artwork. You can beat them with whatever you want. But yeah, Cruz, good shit. Good Bunui. I play Arknights and you play Limbo Steel. Guns didn't exist. Fun fact, my farm, you see any, like, fancy wand. You need to cast bullet each time you shoot. And they're expensive to own and operate. Their bows, crossbows are scary. Carry strong. Source, Rainbow Six Siege collab. What?!
And yet there are games that are like, if you don't have these maxed out units, especially these limited time units, just uninstall the game.
Yep, Arknights is not one of those. But Yostar, I think, is the publisher. They've usually been pretty generous with stuff like that. I think Enfield's art rendering is very good, based on one of the most beloved artists in Arknights. But the fashion design philosophy, though, is hit or miss for me, and it falls under a lot of 3D Hoyoisms. Thank you, Scruffy! You know what? Maybe we could, like, talk about it on stream one of these days to compare after I get a few of these reviews done, because I think one of the main reasons Enfield kind of made me sad is because I saw the character designs, and then I looked at Arknights, and I was like, no. Like, it looks and feels like a Hoyo game, and it made me sad because Arknights has such a strong aesthetic in general. I'm like, you're super fucking unique. Why are you copying Hoyo? Alright, so Crew's good. Where's my girl? How do I pronounce Adnakio? Yeah, baby! Okay, so there are angels as well, or angel-esque people. Again, the art style change fucking sends me. The clothes fit, yes, but God, if I cover the face with my 2 fingies, no, the build is also super different. The art style has a lot to do with the anatomy as well. If you look at any of the other guy units, it's like, no. It's not a bad design, mind you. I just hate the art style discrepancies with a burning passion. I'm sorry! It looks very different from the other Arknights operators. And again, we've completely neglected, I don't know if they didn't tell the artist this, to even add a hint of the Arknights colors, of the Rhodes Island's color scheme. Okay, even if you're from a different region or whatever, you should have that blue on black, at least one element. One. I know not all of them are from Rhodes, so not all of them will have it, but at this point in time, I was very used to seeing the Rhodes Islands designs. I do like the vest. I do like the halo. I find the pants accessories very, very funny. And I do not like that you use that shade of brown with that shade of black together. They don't mesh very well. It should have been a much lighter shade of brown, like a tan maybe.
Looks straight out of a Nightcore thumbnail.
It's a very early 2000s art style. It is. A bit dated for Arknights, if you ask me. You cannot fit his skull in his rib cage. But yeah, not a bad design. Maybe it has some issues. I have a soft spot for Arknights because it was made by artists in general. Lowlight, the founder, was an artist who was originally on Girls Front Line and wanted to make a game on his own, so he did an exodus of his closest art friends to do that. Oh, that explains a lot, actually. But yeah, something I do like about Arknights is that they do have a variety of unique designs. I just personally prefer gachas that have, like, one main art style. One. Not a bad design overall, but I think that this is a weaker one compared to others that we've seen today. It doesn't have the Riz. It's not sticky. Not bad, but not sticky. And you want sticky. Lava. Another one that I like her. I have a soft spot for Lava because she saved my ass a bunch in a lot of playthroughs in Arknights. And she does have a very, like, urban aesthetic. However, if I may have one small baby ripe, there is no silhouette. There is no silhouette. Because I don't know if we were just going for grungy goth girl look, but I do think that she should have had at least different posing. The outfit is not necessarily terrible, it does work, but her posing is not very strong. It needs a little bit. Lava is fine. Yeah, just fine. Could be better. I think if you change the pose, make me extend the hand with the book, take it out to the side, because I'm not really getting what her deal is from just this pose. She needs a little bit more. Also, she has very strong signs of, like, the rock cancer, I believe. So it would have been cool to highlight those more in the actual artwork. I love her color scheme to bits, though. It's very, very pretty, and her horns are really cute, but I think that this pose is not that strong. Lava in the Purgatory is much better. And some of these have other units, by the way, so we're gonna see them in different angles, hopefully. Lava's also from Victoria, like Melantha, which is why their clothes are similar with the skirt. At the very least, there is cohesion between, like, regions, so that's nice. Is she even holding the book? No. That book should fall straight out of her hand, fun fact, actually. She's actually not holding that book at all. But yeah, I think the silhouette could use some work. Other than that, the design is solid. And the unit has actually saved my skin on more than one occasion. And I do like how she completely annihilated the Rhodes Islands jacket. So I do like this unit. Hibiscus. Baby girl. Baby girl, I love her. Hibiscus is the goat. Hibiscus is the cutest. Okay. Hibiscus is adorable, and she actually, I like the art style for her much better. Cause, like, she is just such a goated unit. They are twins. Hibiscus and Lava are twins, and they're both 3 stars, and they're both adorable. They're both useful. But Hibiscus, interestingly enough, is less of a rebel, and you can tell in the way that she dresses, because she's actually wearing, like, her school uniform underneath the Rhodes Islands jacket. I like the Converse. I like the ruffly socks. In general, I do enjoy the, like, almost magical girl vibe that this girl has. A very, very cute character, way less of a rebel, way less confident than Lava, I would say. She's drawn in on herself, her body language is a little bit less confident, but she's just as good a unit, mind you. Just as good a unit. And she has, like, the cutest fucking face. I do like when I can see the pupils in characters like these, because they look nicer, you know, girly girl. Yeah, this staff gives her magical girl vibes, definitely. 1,000,000,000%. But, like, all of these are, like, arts. They're not, like, magic. It's something in the lore, but it's still really cool to see how they add the magical stuff into the urban setting. They're still keeping that aesthetic, hopefully, to this day, I would like to think. It's used for, like, better arts control. Rock cancer magic. Yeah, actually rock cancer magic. That's why most of your operators are, like, infected! I love the diamond pupils. I never noticed before. They're very cute. Rock cancer. I do like rock cancer magic as a name for that. I know it's arts, but rock cancer magic is kind of funny. Overall, a very nice design for a 3-star. There's still there's more personality in these than others, but they don't have quite the same pizzazz as, like, the more higher rated units. But these will definitely do. They're solid designs, and for the most part, they fit with the ARKNIGHTS art style very well. Ansel, ooh. Bnui boy, baby boy. I cannot, from the life of me, was he a healer? Ansel's design, yeah, he is a healer. I will tell you this much already, I do not like it. I do not like it. No hate to this artist in particular, but this artist, to me, has had the weakest designs in ARKNIGHTS so far. I think I know why, though. I think I know why. They lack a lot of stance. Their posing is way too neutral, way too boring. Okay, so when you're making characters for a gacha, or for, like, a fighting game or something, posing, your action line, it's actually a decent chunk of the battle. If your character has a very strong pose, a pose that's maybe not super dynamic, you don't need crazy perspective shots or anything like that, but you do need something that tells you what the character's deal is. And you need something that's gonna show off a silhouette. I would have not noticed that Ansel was holding a syringe if I had not zoomed in. Okay? He's adjusting glasses that noses. No, he's holding a syringe. When you're posing a character to show off a splash screen, and like I've made some because I'm working on Sexy Impact, which I do have updates for you guys later. You need to be able to pose the characters in a way that shows off what their deal is. Like, again, no hate to this artist, but their posing is the weakest out of the bunch. Couple that with an incredibly dissonant art style for ARKNIGHTS, which I think that the clothes are there, but the art style doesn't quite fit for me. And yeah, they have the weakest designs of the bunch so far. I think that the posing, and again, it probably gets better. These are only the first units in the game, so I'm assuming that with time and practice, these poses will get better, but the hand should be further away from his face. And maybe give him a wider stance, something. Because they're like straight down. They're visual melatonin, chat, I'm sorry. These are kind of boring. A lot of also weird asymmetry in the clothing that I'm not loving. Like, where are those belts going? Where are these zippers headed off to? There needs to be more. Why are we wearing a vest on top of all of that? I think it's not terrible, but it is visual melatonin, which means I am bored. Steward. This is a little bit better. A little bit better. I think it's still the same artist, but it still lacks a lot of presence, alright? It's okay, we just need to get to, like, Midnight and Orchid. Yeah. We'll get there. But, do you guys see what I mean? When I mean that, like, the posing is, like, a decent chunk of the battle. The designs themselves, they're not bad. It's good clothing designs. For the most part, Ansel's is just not good. For the most part, solid clothes. They fit the aesthetic, they look like they belong in ARKNIGHTS, but the posing is incredibly weak. It's super basic, it's not giving personality, it's just generic characters standing around. Now, you could argue that's because they're 3 stars, but there are other 3 stars that have a lot more riz in their posing than this. Loki feels like he's tripping himself. Double ears? Oh, ew. Yeah, ew. I'm sorry, this particular ARKNIGHTS artist. I don't dislike you, but I don't like your art. At the very least, you understood the assignment with the clothes on this one, but the posing is not strong enough for this game, especially with some later units. Orchid, better. Much better. Mommy. Okay, Orchid is one of the first units that made me feel... Baranzar, thanks so much for the sub. That made me feel hella gay. Orchid is so wife. I love Orchid to bits. Orchid is a bird person, by the way. Now, this art style suits Orchid, because Orchid is a very sensual character. She's very, like, mommy, very sexy, very pretty. This is one of the ones that had, like, a more unique look to her operator, and I do love the use of, the actual ARKNIGHTS color scheme here in both lighting and in just the general outfit. I enjoy the pencil skirt with the slit up the side. Love the coat that almost looks like a lab coat that's like falling off her shoulders. The scarf is beautiful. The hat is beautiful. It's in general a very solid design. She definitely looks like a bird person because she is one. Great use of color, great use of shapes, and the posing here is actually much better. I do not know if this is the same artist as the last ones, but if it is, this is much better posed. Much better posed. Also, she's infected, right? I see the rock cancer. Yes, she is. She does have rock cancer on her wrist, I believe, where her monitor is. Also, big booba. But believe it or not, the units are not at all goony. This is about... They have sex appeal in a completely different way. Orchid is also designed by one of the best artists in the game, which is Skade. I do like Orchid's design a lot. The use of light and color is very beautiful. They use a 3-color color scheme. Very nice. We got blue, we got yellow, and then 2 neutral shades, black and white. Incredibly beautiful. The weapon is an umbrella. You can very clearly see it. In general, it's a very strong look. For a 3-star, it's a ridiculously strong unit. She has a busty figure that's natural. Yeah, it feels naturally made. It's not like unnaturally large Badubas. Some other characters do have bigger Badubas, but for the most part, they're pretty naturally posed. Also, the rendering on this is absolutely beautiful. In general, I love how the fabric that has that's translucent is painted. Look at that. She definitely looks like a very fashion-forward person. And she has like her big bag besides her core, which looks very nice. It's a nice reflective material as well. It feels like a grocery bag. It feels like one of those bags that I use to go pick up my groceries. Also, the belt is a really nice touch, kind of like to balance out the big hips. And it's actually using direction to like point your eye towards the row of buttons that makes you go up to her face. Altogether, a very nicely put together look. The visual flow of the design is phenomenal. You start at the hat, you follow the curve of the hat, then you follow the line of her bag, and then you end at the belt, which points you to the row of buttons, which makes your sight travel back up to her face. Focal point is the face. So this is a very, very well put together illustration and character. So I really like Orchid. Orchid is a good one. Following the lines of her bags. Yeah, baby! Haze. Another one of the weird ones. Haze has actually a pretty solid design, believe it or not. I like this one because I think it kind of follows like the Disgaea school of design of the giant fucking chains on her wrists, which are such a striking design element. The witch's hat is precious, and I also like that she's mainly wearing black and red, right? The hat is gorgeous, and she also has, like, really big clasps on the jacket and very big patterns on the jacket. It's really funny, because this is a perfect design for an urban fantasy. It's a witch, but she's not wearing robes. She's wearing, like, a raincoat. And a cute little dress and tights. And adorable boots, you know? I love her design so much. Might be a little out of place with holy shit. It's not super out of place, believe it or not. The only thing that's different is, like, the color scheme. But as stated before, not every operator is from Rhodes Islands. It still fits the ARKNIGHTS aesthetic in general, though, because of the urban fantasy being emulated so well. It's very, very much fitting within the urban fantasy. And the posing for this one is actually super strong. You can tell it's a witch immediately at a glance. I loved her when I saw it. It's a great design. Haze is cool. Not every character wants to follow the modern technological theme, but because she chooses to turn away from it. Yeah, some of these have story reasons for not looking the same way as other units. Others not so much, but Haze definitely looks like one of the more unusual units, you know? Like one of those oddballs in the Rhode Islands crew. It's a really solid look. The color scheme is beautiful. The red is really, really bright, but it's very nicely balanced with the rest of the black of the outfit. The eyes are also very striking, very, very pretty. Animal ears stand out very clearly, but without being the sole focal point of the costume, which I like. The red lining in the coat and in the hat is a perfect touch. Her weapon is very clearly outlined. It's a book. It's right there. The chains are a really nice visual touch that it's very interesting to look at, while at the same time makes you wonder, why are you wearing those? Is it a fashion statement, or did you do something? Who knows? What it is giving me, though, is convict. Because the dress kind of looks like a jail uniform, and it has, like, the convict number on it. It's really fucking cute, and if that's the case, and if she is a convict, if she escaped a prison of some kind, that is beautiful character design. The dress on the coat gives me prison pattern vibes. Yes. The cat did the deed. She is! Okay, good. That's really good character design. I love going through gachas, because you can get a little bit of everything in these. I was gonna say, she evokes a stylish convict, because she is one. She did escape a prison, but there you go. Very good design. Very, very good. And Catgirl. Bonus points for Catgirl. I love Catgirls. Criminal. Yes, that cat did a crime. Alright, 4 stars and up. I think they do have the second picture, so let me see. Oh, baby! So, these are the, like, awakened bits. The, like, more, like, awakened units. This definitely plays into the convict side of things a bit more. And these usually have slightly different art styles and a lot more visual pizzazz. They have splash screens, but the design still has the same color palette. and still evokes the same things, but there are some noticeable changes. It's funny because I think it's two different artists, because in this art style, she looks significantly older than in the OG. Also, no more red on the clothes. All of the red is in the splash art. And I kind of love the, like, low-key hint at, like, something slightly sexy with the way that the bondage is set out. At the same time, though, she has a lot of power because she still has her book. The stance is very strong, and there's still magic emanating from her. But I think that her looking older might be all art style, if I'm not mistaken. Because the way that the face is drawn here is more mature. Like, anime art styles, chat, will de-age you 12 years. Okay? So if she looks like she's about 16 in this, you add 10 years to this one, because this one actually has more facial features, to 26. Also, very minor nitpick. What happened to the other ear? Did we put it in the hat? This hat has no hole. E2s usually depict passage of time because it's a promotion rank. Oh, so that's intentional. Okay. It's the same artist. Normally, artists keep working on the unit until they create it, unless the artist is super booked or busy. Then they let skin / oh, let's go to another artist. Okay, so then this is actually an intentional passage of time. Makes sense. I think most awakened skins represent the character a few years after the normal thing. I do like that we kept most design principles here.
So I've seen the Roxy incident. You really underestimated the wealthy furries and I missed that stream. Damn. Can't wait for the comic though, so nice.
Hey, thank you. Thanks so much for the super. Yeah, that'll happen March or April, depending on what my current comic schedule is.
I basically didn't even know about this game until I saw an ad with a song that kinda bops. Speed of Light, I think it's called.
Yeah, they have a lot of different, like, ads and music and stuff. ARKNIGHTS has a ton of units at this point, though. So I do like Haze's, like, Awakened artwork. I think it's really cool. In general, it shows a different side to the character. We still have the same color palette, just applied differently. And it's definitely moodier and darker, which I appreciate. Does that mean that she lost an ear? Did she lose an ear? Wait, did she? Did she lose an ear? Half cat, no! I hope not. I think it's under the hat, hopefully. Why would the hat have a hole for one ear and not the other, though, if she didn't lose it? It's inside the hat, or Skate forgot to draw it. Well, as an artist myself, I can tell you that the second one is very likely. But yeah, very, very pretty. Are you also reviewing screens? Not tonight. Gitano. A very, very pretty character. These are starting to get a little bit more riz. You won't see as much of the Rhodes Islands uniforms in these, but they usually have very, like, striking, unique looks. But I know whose artist this is because the posing is kind of weak. The outfit, solid, baller. Very, very pretty. Definitely giving, like, fortune teller, mystic of some sort, especially with that coat. The posing is super, not it for me, but the design is good. The design is good. She's playing Exodia on you. No! Reminds me of a D&D character. It has very strong D&D vibes. The hair is beautiful. Color scheme is super solid. The silhouette is, in general, it's okay. It's not very strong, but it's not terrible. It's not chaotic. I think it has a really nice flow to it. RNG lady. Oh, no. Fortune teller. I do like the fortune teller aspect of this character. The main thing I like is the coat. The big overcoat, because it looks like fucking Harry Potter robes, and I love those. Although, I do wish that I could tell a little bit more about the character from the outfit on the inside. Because it's giving some Hoyoisms a little bit. Not super cohesive. Overall, though, not a bad design at all. The shoes are pretty cool, and I like the robes a lot, and the fortune teller aspect is definitely there. I want to see the awakened skin, though. Oh, that's... No, I can't get distracted by the fancy splash art. The splash screen helps a lot, but it also doesn't because it's so similar to her actual hair color that her posing is weak enough that she gets kind of lost in the sauce. That pause. I'm sorry! If I have to squint to see what the fuck is happening in here, it's not well done. Again, it's a very artist thing. Don't mind me, but the posing is incredibly weak. It needs more, and it needs higher contrast with a splash screen like this, because she's getting lost in the sauce. It's very busy looking. It is too busy. It is too busy, and she is getting lost in it. Can we zoom in for the detail? Yeah. Like, again, face is beautiful. I like the cards. Cat is sad. Thanks so much for the membership. But the outfit I do not like at all. It makes no sense. The mystic vibe is lost because the robes are actually not doing most of the work here anymore. Oh, she has the cancer. Almost all operators have rock cancer. I like the deer, but that's about it. When using a unit, the kit, the background is white. Oh, that's not good, actually. Most of the cat has the rock cancer. Let me just put the background in white for a second so I can see what most people's kits look like. It kind of reminds me of East artists' tendency to focus on heavy details and rendering, while sometimes missing other character design things like silhouette, stronger focal points, etc. On white, it actually does not look bad. But you can lose some details. And actually, Scruffy, you hit the nail on the head. So, whenever an artist is getting their bearings, getting their feet on the ground, learning, right? It's like a skill tree in a game, right? So you can put your skill points into a ton of different things. There is a very common trend in artists. I would almost call it a mistake.
You Mongolian throat singing.
Thanks so much for super. I would almost call it a mistake that they put a lot of points into color and renders and no points into anatomy, proportion, or posing.
Discord light mode.
Oh yeah, sorry for your retinas, chat. It's the artist equivalent of skipping leg day. As a result, the colors for these are beautiful, the shading is very nice, but the posing is weak. It's artists skipping leg day. You need the structure. Especially if you're gonna be designing characters, you need those basic fundamentals, because if you do not have them, it lacks punch. Yeah, the points in posing are way too low, and for a gacha like this, which has artists that have very strong posing, you will see, it's not great. Free at last. Sorry about your retinas! Jessica. This is actually a unit I love. I think I've drawn her before. She's hilarious. She is a fail woman. And she looks like a fail woman. She has her knee pads. She has her little baby shorts. She has, like, her cute little ski jacket. Her hair is, like, the cute ponytail with the pink hair. She looks like the Yamero cat, you know? Hold on, I need a picture, because this is a picture of Jessica, okay? Like, I love this unit, because, like, there's so much sadness in those eyes. Sad cat! I love the sad cat! This is literally her. My poor sad cat, though. She's the cutest, though! Richest fuck sad cat. She's a very rich sad cat, but this is literally her. Look at her, look at her. This is Jessica!
Always a fun dichotomy with this game. The characters look so cool / cute / sexy. And then you realize almost everyone has rock cancer / Tiberium poisoning.
Oh yeah, it's like, would you like a magical STD? Because there you go. Thanks so much for the super.
Sigh, RNG gods didn't smile on me. I was unable to get either the Halloween Rise Shower or Super Creek.
Oh no!
At least I got Agnes Tachyon to 5 stars.
I mean, that's awesome though. Thanks so much for the super. Yeah, Jessica, I love. Failure cat, fail woman. Look at that little face! Look at her! Oh, I want to cry. She's so cute! Like, also, sweetie, your ears, your headphones are not on your ears, baby. So adorable. She's one of the cutest units in the game. And she also, we go right back to that very, very strong urban sci-fi aesthetic.
You know she's rich because she has actual bullets.
Yes, I was gonna say, isn't that part of, like, the joke that she's rich as fuck because bullets are very, very hard to come by in this universe and she actually has bullets? I love her little shorts so much, and her jacket looks so cozy. But my favorite thing about this character is the face. The face tells 1,000 words. The face tells 1,000 stories of a bajillion chicken nuggies dropped. She's too cute for war. Why are we putting her on the field? I almost always used her, fun fact. Please let me see the awakened sad cat. Hey, a badass sad cat. I love her so much. I love that, like, did she change her outfit? No. The bags are exposed, though. And she's a little less sad. Can we adopt Jessica already? Yes, you are allowed to adopt the sad cat. She's one of my favorite units. She's so cute. I love her alter art. I like that she's literally doing the "this is fine" meme. That, like, the first one is Yamero, and the second one is like, "this is fine. It's fine. Everything's on fire. We're good." She's super cute, though. And she has, like, her little cat there. Look at the little smoke cat next to her. Yes, it's so cute. So a lot of these show the animals that they're supposed to be, fun fact. There's little void. She is, like, Jessica is a void creature with pink hair. That can afford actual bullets, and she's so sweet. A bit less sad. Con, currently clashing an airplane. Yeah, this is fine. Awake, become Eepy. She has an alt and also the most skins in the game. Of course she has the most skins in the game. She's perfect. My perfect little baby girl, rich cat. I love the rich sad cat, Scruffy. You don't understand. Our favorite girl is a criminal. Yeah, she is. The fact that it's a smoke cat is fun to me because that cat basically gunpowder smoke. Yeah, again, usually you'll see their actual animal in the awakened art. Meteor, oh, sexy. Very sexy, dear mommy with, like, a super cool bow and really cool boots. I love her jeans. I love, she's a criminal. Who isn't a criminal in Rhodes Island? Midriff, horse. Oh, wait, no, she's one of the horse people. Oh, wait, that was her bangs, not her little baby horse. Those are so tiny, I almost didn't see them.
Van Ripper, the artist for Helltaker, made a whole collage just for Jessica.
She deserves it. Thanks so much for the super. She gives, like, huge survival jobs. She gives, I'm gonna go live in the woods for, like, 2 months. No one's gonna see me in 2 months. And then I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna be fine. She's a Hans. Yeah, she has very small ears for a Hans. I thought that her bangs were one of her ears. I have been sleeping on this game. ARKNIGHTS has some really cool units. ARKNIGHTS is actually a pretty fucking fun gacha. And fairly easy to get into. Hans, I love the ripped jeans to bits. I also really like that she genuinely looks like she's just been roughing it out in the wilderness. We don't give a shit. We're just been hanging out in the woods for like a month. We're gonna come back later, but we're fine. It's like a nun skin. Oh! I would like to lick that midriff. Just gimme, gimme. Can I lick the abs? It kind of looks like a 14-hour. No, it's like it's an optical illusion. Those are her bangs. I thought they were horns. Those are her little horse ears. Valid. What? Oh, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous. That's a beautiful alt skin with a really nice pose. I still want to lick those abs. I am kind of sad that she got rid of, like, her big taking shots off that belly button. Yeah, body shots. I'm kind of sad that she got rid of, like, her, like, poncho, but I like the jacket with the shirt a lot more. Eye color is incredibly striking, and now with this posing, you can tell that those are her ears. Her jeans are, like, still kind of destroyed, but I like the combat boots. Like, such nice boots. I'm sorry, like, the footwear is beautiful. Also, the shades of green in the background are stunning as well. She has, like, one of the less complex splash arts in the back, but I like it. I live for it. Her skins are so good along with the E2. And, like, the sad part is that it's gonna take us a while to get to those, though. Some of these operators, most of us, have been using exclusively one of their skins for so many years that we generally forget what they originally look like. Well, to be fair, you can actually beat ARKNIGHTS with, like, a lot of very basic units. So even if you, if you have, like, a skin that you like, why would you change? If you have, like, a good team, why would you change it? Is it day one OP, so it's more simple? Yeah, you can definitely tell which ones were the earlier ones, for sure. Shirayuki, oh, are you a full furry? Because your eyes are super weird. No, you're not. Let me zoom in on that face. I kind of dig how weird she is, chat. I kind of dig the snow leopard thing with, like, ninja vibes. Kind of like goth girlfriend coded. Oh, it's a giant shuriken. Ooh, okay. She's my favorite from your She's the weasel. Oh! Oh, yeah, you're right. That tail is really different than a cat's tail. She's very weird. She looks super weird. She looks like she shops at Hot Topic, and, like, she won't say a word to you, but she's gonna go up to you someday in the cafeteria with her hands clasped in front of her, and then just drop, like, a live mouse on the table. Also, do I detect grippers? Yeah! Grippers! Sniffer! Sniffer! Are we doing just year one? I'm doing, like, the first 50. Because we don't have time for more, sadly. Gripper sighted, give me the feet! Give me the feet! Don't bonk me! Give me the feet! But, like, doesn't she look like she's gonna go up to you and just, like, drop a mouse on the table? Like, a live one, and then just leave? She had a beta design that had more neon Hot Topic colors to it, but in my opinion, this works way better than the first one. Yeah, I think this works. Because, like, there's still some color here, but for the most part, it's, like, black and white, really high contrast. I love the weapon. Adore the weapon. I wish I could ask her to chop my pizza with that. It would look disgusting. But I still want her to do it, just to see if she can do it. Paws, shows your paws. No, this one isn't a furry. This one's like a normal person with, like, a really weird face. Fidget spinner. Ooh, the fidget spinner of death. Goodbye. Oh my god, is that a... She has, like, her fucking Jason Voorhees mask. Okay, no, she likes to scare people. Hi, welcome. She likes to scare people. Lily, that's unhinged. Why? Why can't she cut the pizza with that? The Jason mask with ears? I'm obsessed. This girl's hilarious, I'm sorry. There's, like, some that are, like, 70% furry, but, like, not full anthro. Cowards! Look sassy? Definitely. Oh, look at the weasel! Look at the baby! This is the E2, I think. It is a deadly fidget spinner, though. This is how they get the pizzas at Chuck E. Cheese's to look like absolute garbage. It looks like that meme that they use against AI artists. Like, you know the one. Hold on. Hold on. It's a kitty cat. No, she's a weasel. Beyblade, Beyblade. Hold on a minute. I'm doing it myself. What site are you using to view this in order? Oh, I had this presentation put together by the lovely people on Team Kinkymation, also known as my husband and one of my mods. I'm not using a website. I literally had someone put this together for me so I could do it for a video. Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing a meme. I'm doing a meme. I'm doing a meme. Hold on. Photoshop skills. Magic. Okay. 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 Hold on, chat. The vision is becoming realized. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up, Buttercup. Come on, pick it up. I've seen like 3 artists being accused of tracing AI on my fucking timeline this week. Pick it up. If you're gonna go through so many lengths to try to pretend to be one of us, pick it up. Pick up the fucking stylus. Pick up the pencil. Do it. Do it. Think fast, chuckle nuts. I'm gonna need that. Yeah, pick it up. This would also do a great meme template with her throwing a job application at you. I like the tossing meme, okay? She's calling them out like the wolf and Puss in Boots. Oh god, I've seen that a lot lately too. Artists joining Twitter like late 2023 or 24 that have very perfect looking art styles that post like 5 times a day with like fucking 6 different art styles, and then they post like fake time lapses on their fucking Twitter to like try and convince people. It's like, if you were so proud of being an AI artist and like fuck artists and all that shit, you wouldn't hide it. This can't be AI. This is not AI. I'm making fun of the ones that say that they're not AI, but they are. I'm doing Arknights today. Lo, pen be upon you. Pick it up. I like this one. I like the weasel. Why go through all that effort? I know. Just learn how to draw, mama. Just learn how to draw. I didn't even fake the artist time lapse. You asked the AI machine to do it for you. Courier. A very cute design. Feels more Final Fantasy 14 than Arknights, though. I will say this. This looks like someone's Mikote. This looks like someone's Miko, not like an Arknights character. But I love how cozy it looks. I like the kind of like ski bro vibe we have here. He comes from a cold mountain regions. Yeah, you can definitely tell where they come from by how they're dressed. He's not for the battlefield. He helps. Is he like the type of unit that you just dump in, he supports and leaves? Yeah, that's just a Miko. This is just someone's cat. This is just someone's cat with like no face markings. But it's cute though. I love Arknights. You're gonna have fun with this one, Lily. We've had a lot of variety today.
I prefer tech-free, hand-drawn art, made by man.
I would much rather I get a hand-drawn piece of shit than the most polished AI picture in the universe, because at least that piece of shit was made by a person. Anyway. Again, this is just someone's Miko. Is it cute? Yes, very. Rock climber vibes. I definitely appreciate that.
Pretty sure I have a glamour similar to that for my WOL Iris.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us have a wall like have a glam like that, especially after Dawn Trail.
I know it takes hours. I like it.
Thank you for the super. That's a deer, Lily. What? No, it's not. Let me see the ears. These are Miko ears. What are you talking about? These are Miko ears. But I'll see it in the splash art if it's a deer, though. Oh, it is a deer. Ooh, this one is slutty! Oh, yes, I like the slutty one. I like the slutty one. The slutty one is nice, chat. Ooh, is that a mesh tank top? Okay, no, like, this one is really fucking fire, though, because the scarf has a lot of really good flow, and the mesh tank top is super slutty, but, like, he still has, like, his jacket tied around his waist. It's giving aura. From random Miko to actual warrior of light. A deer of light. Not a deer, a goat, a creature. Bloody Lily, oh my god, shoulders. No, it's not because of the shoulders, you degenerates. No, it's because of the way the body is framed. That fabric be clinging. Alright? All it's needing is tipples. And then it would be turbocharged, slut. The sword is baller, yeah. Abs and pecs. It's a musty. It's a type of deer with fangs. I do like the fangy deer. They're funny. Lily wants to lick those abs. Yes, I do. That's a slut. I love me a good slut. Ooh, he's also been in some battles. A manly slut. Manly thwunk. It's really funny because in his normal artwork, he looks like almost Twinkie, but then he takes the shirt off and it's like, damn, boy, you built. If he didn't watch that wrap that jacket around the waist, there would be a bulge too. No, there would not, because these pants are really baggy, but yes. He went from like, oh, what an unassuming mountain climber baby to damn slut. Masculine femboy. No, it's just a guy. It's just a guy. It's just a man that isn't built like a brick shit house. It's just a man. He's like the only one of this species in game except for like one NPC. How weird. Scavenger. Ooh, baby. Tell me why the art style is giving Xenoblade, though. Like, aggressively. A bit, right? Like, this is giving Xeno. It is a rat! It's a super rat. Yes, very rat. Oversized gauntlets and stocking. No, it's the Disgaea School of Design. The shoes are phenomenal. The oversized sword also really helps. I love her. Like, I like how ratty she is. Let me just zoom in on that face. Very, very cute. The gas mask is a really new touch. Her shirt is... Oh. This is why we like it. This is why I like it when girls are allowed to have different booba sizes in gacha. Because you can get shit like this, which I would not have noticed how daring this outfit was until I zoomed in. Because it's like, well, of course you don't notice. She doesn't have any. Flat baby, flat queen rat. Such a fun outfit, too. I like the fact that the sleeves are so big that she has to, like, attach them with belts. The sword is awesome. The yellow accents are super cool. Her boots are, like, comically, like, scrunched up at the top. I like them a lot, though. I generally love the, like, metallic bits on the bottom of the boots, like, the added accessories. They make them look like hooves, but, like, she is a rat. Super rat. Very sexy. I need to see the E2 art just to see, like, did we evolve? Because this is already pretty out there, but it's a pretty good one. And it's weaker in the splash art. The posing is a bit weaker. Wait, why did she become a cat? Those ears are distinctly cat-shaped. Where's the rat? It's fine, but the posing and the outfit in the first one was a bit stronger. I like the sleeves and I like the gloves, though, at the very least. I think that looks nice. Yeah, the outfit is completely different. I know that these are meant to be, like, passage of time, but she became a cat girl for some reason. Still a rat, but the ear shape is cat-like. It looks like a weird mix of Xenoblade and God Ear. The first art style was giving Xeno. Her skin is way better. Well, we'll see skins later, because we have a lot of these to go through. But those are rat ears. No? Have you guys never seen a rat? These were rounded out, ratty, and the ones in the E2 are, like, pointy, cat. But yeah, the ear shape changed, and I don't love this one, but it's still a good one. You either die a rat, or see yourself become a cat girl. Exactly. A crat. Could have kept the open armpits. Ah, yes, that is the priority, chat. The priority is the pits, of course. Still a pretty cool splash screen in general. Most people use her skin. I bet it's much better then. Vigna. Oh, she's cute. She's cute. I like her ears so much, and her hair is very, very pretty. I will say that this is a case of, like, the posing is weak, but thankfully the composition saves it. The composition did a lot of work here with, like, the weapon at an angle like that. It really helps readability. And her hair being much wider at the bottom looks very, very nice. I love the horns to bits. A very solid hairstyle, very cute. Love the color scheme. Some of the details of her outfits kind of get lost in the sauce. We need a bit more contrast, but not bad, not bad, not bad. Honorary FBI, she's super cute. Isn't she a rocker girl too? She's giving distinctly rocker vibes. Different color socks are a nice fun touch. Very, like, rebellious. The polearm is the standout for me. I think it's a great weapon. Looks awesome. Boots are pretty cute. I do like the kind of, like, old school rocker girl vibe combined with, like, the more modern urban aesthetics of ARKNIGHTS. Although, if I may, the horns are not attached to her skull. Like, if you follow, like, the line of the skull, the horns are actually, they seem to be more of a part of the hat than a part of her skull. Because at the angle that they're drawn, they're not a part of her. It's really hard to do this with a mouse. Hold on. Like, the horns are attached to the hat. Knew it. Fake horns. Yeah, what? That's lame. Yeah. Yeah, they're hat horns. Otherwise, her head would be this big, and that's way too big. What if they're S-shaped? No, they would not stick out of the hat like that. It's a pretty solid character overall. Let's see the other skin. 5 head, they're strap-on horns. She does have actual horns underneath. Ironically enough, I bet she does. Big brain, giant forehead. Way too big! Oh, shit. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, this is very pretty, and the horns are... See, that size, that I can believe they're coming out of her skull. The placement of the horns here is much better! That's so gorgeous. It's so fun. The weapon is phenomenal. Her pose is really nice. The splash art really complements it. That's really pretty! I also really like the super tight skirt underneath. Like, yeah, thighs, baby! It's like, oh, this isn't a booby girl. This is a thighs girl. Yeah. The long horns look really nice. I think that the bigger the horns, the better if you're gonna have a hat like this, because they stick out. Imp girl? Yeah, it must be a pain to take that hat off. What if it has, like, buttons? You can't take that hat off without destroying it. Oh, it stays on then. Good luck washing your hair ever. They grow and you have to file them down or they get too heavy. Ow, that sounds like it would hurt. Is it because she grew up? Yeah, these are meant to be like a few years down the line for each unit. Each hat would be, like, destroyed. Oh, oh, oh! If I may be allowed. If I may be allowed. Woof, 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 barking, 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 bark. My favorite unit. One of my favorite units. Gay, gay, Doberman, gay, gay, gay. I love her. Doberman, oh. Doberman is one of the sexiest units in this game. She will whip you. You will like it. And she trains new recruits, fun fact, and she's so good at it. She has nice fight bags. Her hair is beautiful. I love her ears to bits. She is just a mommy. Mommy bottom. Yes, the League of Bottoms meets on Tuesday. Leave me alone. She's a dom. Yes, she is. I've also discovered recently that I prefer dommy women. So yeah, fuck me up. Doberman! I love her. I have drawn this character before. Doberman is honestly just very cool. She gives me the same vibes as, like, Ilsa from Grand Blue. Doberman is sexy. Doberman is the tits.
Not just wood, Will.
I'm aggressively gay for this character. Aggressively. Her little baby eyebrows. Come on. Super severe little baby eyebrows. I love the ears. She doesn't have a tail, but the whip is a phenomenal stand-in.
Never has someone so hot been so weak. Still peak.
Yeah, no, she's not a very strong unit, mind you, but like, who cares? I love the whip, though, because it emulates a tail. Fun fact, most Dobermans have tails. People chop them off. Same with the ears. But Doberman is a very, like, classic Doberman look with the ears standing straight up. The whip is a tail stand-in. She has a Doberman color scheme with that, that warm tan orange underneath her clothes. And she does have the Rhodes Islands colors on her whip. Very, very cool. In general, she gives, like, the impression of, like, a martial artist, a very, very stern person, no nonsense, with such a good vibe. The pants are super martial arts, and she's just incredibly attractive, and I've actually never seen her E2, so I'm about to look at it now. Excuse me if I'm gay. She's a drill sergeant. Yeah, she is. Ooh, gay. Oh, no, it's even worse. Oh, okay, oh. We've, like, given her a full fucking, like, officer's jacket and bell bottoms. Does this not remind you of, like, Jacko's outfit, Scruffy? She has bell bottoms, mama. She's presenting. What a slut. Let me see that dumpy. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Beautiful design. She does have raw cancer. You will get the worst STD of your life, but worth it. Worth it. Oh, actually, ARKNIGHTS fans.
Fun fact, hot dogs are called that in ARKNIGHTS because they were sold by attractive Latino dog people who immigrated to ARKNIGHTS America.
Awesome. Also, question, ARKNIGHTS people. Thank you for the super, by the way. So they do have that food, at least in ARKNIGHTS. I actually never wondered what they ate there because like it's so post-apocalyptic and depressing that I just assumed that they were eating like military rations the whole time. Thanks so much for the super. Question for the ARKNIGHTS fandom. Do you know if the rock cancer works like an STD at all, or is it just something that you can get through like battle? But I really like Doberman's. No, it doesn't. Okay, good. I really like Doberman's design in general. It has like a very striking color palette, and she's a very severe unit in terms of personality and vibe. It does not. Okay, they're doable. A really nice sense of flow for the whole thing as well. And in general, she's one of my favorite units, even if she's weak. I don't care. She's super sexy. So we can the dog mommy. We can the dog mommy, apparently. You are safe to raw the dog. Yeah! You gotta get cut by the cancer rocks. But, like, don't they have, like, little rocks on their skin, though? You could probably touch someone's rocky lesions and they won't get you. It can be transmitted to Babby if pregnant. Oh, no, you don't want that. No pregnant, only breed. Oropathy can only be contracted in places with, like, high originium concentrations. Corpses of infected cats turn to dust.
Fun fact, they eat melted chocolate over spaghetti.
Ew, is that true? Ew, really? Thanks for the super, but no, ew, don't. ARKNIGHTS, ew. They can turn to dust and cause secondary infections. However, infected women do pass oropathy to their children. It depends on if you touch a rocky part that is sticking out of a person directly, since remember, it's pure cancer rock. Ow! Yeah, just don't get cut by it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. No pregnant, only breed. Very, very pretty. I do like the addition of the jacket. It looks really cool on her. This review escalated quickly. They always do. I don't know why you guys are surprised. Oh, shit. This isn't an ARKNIGHTS unit. This is a new gsupps flavor that you guys should go and check out. And use code KIGUMATION at checkout for 10% off.
I know I'm jumping a bit ahead here, but what is your opinion on the enemy unit, Patriot? If you do know that one.
I don't really recall because I haven't played ARKNIGHTS in a very long time, though. Lily, what?
Basically, the rock cancer eats everything to make more of itself. This includes flesh and blood, hence rock cancer.
Oh, ew, no, bad raw cancer. Thanks so much for super. Okay. This is actually a 6-star unit, alright? This is actually a brand new flavor. Oh, shit. This actually launched this Friday, and fun fact, this flavor was actually around gsupps before, and they were gonna get rid of it, and Queso's mom liked it so much that they brought it back. So this is technically Queso's mom's flavor of gsupps. I'm actually gonna try it really, really soon. I hope I get mine, very soon. Comes in caffeine free as well. Remember, guys, cheapest energy drink on the market with so many different flavors. Seriously, 100 servings per tub, 25 cents a serving. I'm not making this up. They're fucking goated. You should definitely go check it out, and you should definitely use my code if you do, because path to waifu cup, baby. If you guys ever want to see one of these with my name on it, we gotta keep using that code, mama. Oh. Yes. I cannot believe Matoi is a 4-star with how fucking, like, good this design is. Battle Freak. She's super hot! Hold on. Fat bags. Not just the bags. The vibe is immaculate! Demon woman. Yes? Yes, Booba. Booba. Something that looks like a deconstructed lab coat. A giant glaive and so much hair. Such beautiful, luscious, long locks and beautiful red eyes. Does she have fangs? Yeah, she does. She has like big teeth. I live for that hair. The hair is amazing, but the can we talk about the outfit for a second? Because it's gorgeous. This is like a deconstructed kimono. Also, the bags. Holy shit. Each one of those bags has a bag. Fun fact, you don't get that type of curvature on breastises if you're wearing a belt that high up unless there's like a built-in bag for each. Okay? So there's like a loving boob bag for each of these. It's a really solid unit overall, design-wise. I love the red. I genuinely love the red accents on this. Tiny baby eyebrows are always a killer. She has 2 sets of horns. She has some little ones on the forehead and then the ones that come out the sides. They're both so fucking pretty. I like the outfit, though, because it's kind of like giving, like... I thought it was like a deconstructed lab coat as well, but at first, but on a closer inspection, it's more like a deconstructed kimono. With like a really nice, fun, open, but longer back. And a kind of like slutty front, really nice thigh highs. But at the end of the day, like, it's funny because even though the design is something you could consider sexier, I still don't find this to be super goony at all. It's fairly, like, toned down. It's sexy because the character's vibe is really sexy. Like, legs for days, very confident, the cocky smile, the big hair, the giant weapon. Very elegant as well. I genuinely love this design to bits. It's one of my favorite color schemes in ARKNIGHTS because they use their accents really, really, really well. Let's see the... Oh, that's beautiful. So we got rid of, like, the low-key slutty, longer back coat, and we made it just, like, a pencil skirt. But you know what? That makes it look even nicer, in my opinion, because before, the sense of flow for this character came mainly for that big skirt, but with the E2 skin, it comes from the sleeves. The sleeves are much longer, so they add that sense of flow, and the readability of the outfit comes mainly from the glaive that she's holding. So the pencil skirt actually helps with the visual motion in the drawing. The horns are gigantic. It's meant to be like a dragon goat thing, kind of. A very weird creature, but I do not at all dislike it. The shoes are phenomenal. And again, really, really solid artwork. This is like... I think that, like, ARKNIGHTS started out in an era where we were still very much doing the PNG gacha, but I must say this. I, in some ways, and for some games, prefer the PNG gacha, because you can do a lot with a static PNG image, with, like, you can do a lot more posing variations, you can add a lot more composition with, like, a PNG than what you could with a 3D model. You would not get a pose like this with a 3D model. Not very often, no. So I like the PNGs for ARKNIGHTS because I think that they can sell the unit's strong points visually very easily.
It looks like the same skirt, but the belts are closed, at least to me.
No, it's a completely different one, because the other skirt had a lot of volume. The cut for this one is straight. Thanks so much for the super. Like, if you look at the this skirt, the cut is super different.
ARKNIGHTS also has demon-themed characters as well.
ARKNIGHTS has a lot of different characters. They don't really do humans. They do Keiko no Mini, and they do demons and angels and some furries. But you don't see a lot of humans, which is actually pretty interesting. Thanks so much for the super. There's 2 latches at the front. Yeah, okay, but let me tell you something about outfit construction real quick, okay? 2 latches at the front is not enough for this. The seam of the skirt is on the side. The seam of the skirt, if it was closed, like you guys said, is at the front in the first design. Not to mention, there would be way too much fabric for it to have such a straight line. It's a completely different skirt.
ARKNIGHTS have every but pure humans.
Yeah, there's not many, if at all, pure humans in ARKNIGHTS. Thanks so much for the super. Lily, it's overlapped. No, it's not. No, it is not, because if it was, there would not be that little slit down the side. Also, the patterns on the bottom are completely different. Guys, trust me on this. I know clothing. If it's supposed to be the same, the artist fucked it up. It is a different skirt. All right, moving on. Like the Rainbow Six Siege collab. I cannot believe they collab with them. Have they ever collabed with Persona 5? I worry for the health of this franchise. No, good. Frostleaf is very cute. Frostleaf has, like, super cute outfit, cute headwear. I love her jacket because it reminds me of my Frostleaf jacket. It reminds me of my jacket. His big red black jacket. What is she? Fox? Kind of foxy. The ears are bigger than a cat's. I love the headphones. But I also hate it because that means they have human ears too. Like, thank God though they covered them. Vupo, yes. Yeah, this is a fox. This is a fox person.
3D models offer recycling of assets. 2D assets need completely new artwork every time.
They
but
do.
MiHoYo can use the same body model for 100 plus times.
They do. That's actually one of the reasons why a lot of games prefer 3D now, because it's cheaper. But I think that there's a lot of love to be had in the 2D illustrations for these gachas. Thanks so much for the super. Also, what do you mean the worst unit in the game? She has a lot of rock cancer. A lot. Like, you can very clearly see it in her arm. So much heart in the art. There's a lot of heart in the artwork for Arknights. I love her jacket to bits. I wish I could see what's underneath the jacket, but I don't mind it because that makes the composition of the drawing a little bit stronger. It gives it a nice little triangle. Sense of flow is very nice. Color scheme is gorgeous. It still has that urban fantasy aesthetic because the axe is gigantic, but the axe is very modern. She's not the best unit, but it looks good. She has like giga cancer, apparently. There's like additional skins on the Elite 2 skins. Yeah, the additional skins, we're not doing them today because there's so many units already. So we're doing like base operators for now. But I do like this one a lot. She's very cute. Gameplay-wise, she gets worse when upgraded. No! Let me see the upgrade artwork. She has so much infection. Holy shit. Do not touch that. You will be converted into rock cancer. She's very heavily infected. I like her armor, though. Oh! That is some bomb.com artwork, chat. That is beautiful. I love this. Weapon is awesome. We got 2 of them now. Background use is very nice. Frames her super well. The jacket went from being red to mainly being black with red accents, but that's fine because there's a lot of red in the background. Very, very strong evolved artwork for sure. I also really like that we added some purple undertones to this to make it not just black and that's it, because that purple and red look really good together. The more infected you are, the stronger your arts. Oh no, so that's why she has like giga cancer. Permanent account damage is not the strongest unit, but chat, isn't it pretty? Would break account for drip. What do you mean break account though? No. Okay, now I'm curious. What do you mean break account? He also doesn't know how to read. Well, would you know how to read if you were a child soldier? The raw cancer lets you use magic without a staff. It's joke. Oh, thank God. I was like, what do you mean? It's a meta thing. She's worse with E2. If you see her E2 art, you've ruined her, like, one use case. Oh, no! That's so sad. But can we admit that the E2 artwork is gorgeous, though? Can we admit that the artwork is beautiful because the composition is gorgeous, the color scheme is very nice, the posing is super strong, and it just generally looks more badass. I love it. It's beautiful. Even if you lose attack speed, even if your account gets fucking bricked. Where have you been all my life that I never ran into you? Wait, you were in, like, the first order of release? Hello? Gay? Where the fuck was this Dragon Gator princess? I never saw her. Bitch. Oh, she's so pretty, though. Oh, she's so pretty, though. Like, fucking 4 pairs of horns, chat. She's not in the gacha. She's rare as fuck. Oh. Is the cancer on her head? Are these Ori crystals? Pretty sure that's rock cancer. Is it rock cancer on her forehead? I think so. You can only get her from recruit. Her rock cancer gives them big horns. Oh, poor baby, but like, she's so pretty though. You see rock cancer, I see handlebars and gimme. Those are horns via mutation. No, I'm obsessed though. What a good unit. What a solid color scheme. What a solid silhouette. What the fuck? Lily, what?
Shy, soft-spoken girl with self-esteem issues, but wanted to be a princess when she grew up.
She looks like a princess now. Also, what do you mean self-esteem issues? You wouldn't dress like that if you had self-esteem issues. Look at those bags. Oh, the outfit is a killer, by the way. The high collar, the poofy sleeves, the fucking skin-tight pants with like fucking 50 billion belts. It is urban fantasy goodness. The giant croctail. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love with this unit, and why did I never see you? She boxes people up good. She can box me up. Oh my god, I love her. She speaks with the bird that rests on her head because she has such big horns. She's insecure about her horns. I think, dude, no, they're beautiful. How does she hold her head up? I don't know, but I love her. Hi. That tail looks way too big for her ass. Oh, all the croc people units have that debate. I think that's been a thing for ages. One of Scruffy's favorites units has the fucking fat crocodile dumpy. And everybody was like arguing about it for ages. I want to touch the tail. This is a beautiful unit. Like, holy shit, that's gorgeous. Thick or thin, old debate. Yep. It's an absolutely stunning design. Like, I think that the rock cancer adds so much to this. Also, question, can't we just chop it off of her forehead? Can't we chop the rock cancer off of her forehead? Like, just thunk. No. Why? It's painful. It's a rock. Just file it down. Not recommended. It gets worse. It'll grow again. It's in her blood. It's too dangerous. Oh, well, we have meds for this, right? No, Lily, it gets worse. Oh, god damn it. Let's see the evolved skin. This is one of the best units in the game. God, why is this one of the rare ones? So pretty. Oh, she's so cute. How is... Okay, to be fair, the tail thing, I have a thicky tail also. And you know what you do? You start it kind of thin and then it just gets fat very, very quickly. She's so cute. I also really like the optical illusion of the crocodile in the background because it looks like her tail is the crocodile's tail. She's so gorgeous. Kaiju, baby, the boots. Ugh. You know what? This doesn't happen very often, but you're getting the triangle twice. I want her. I love how the artist blends the tail with her and the croc and the budgie. Yeah, it's such a nice optical illusion. Use of color is lovely. She has, like, so much rock cancer, but I love her so much.
Hence why so many people work for Rhodes. Good medical care for rock cancer.
I really hope she never dies because, like, I'm kind of obsessed with this unit and how gorgeous she is. That's not rock cancer, that's croc cancer. Can I have 1 billion of these? Thanks so much for the super chat.
Florida if it became an anime girl.
This is Florida woman. Yeah, actually. Thanks so much for the super. If I found this in my pool after a hurricane, I could die happy. You're gonna have to get really fucking lucky to get her in Recruit. It takes ages. Like, is Recruit different than the normal gacha? You got a very recent skin and it's incredibly demure. I like demure. She seems demure. Her fucking posing and body language and facial expression is very demure. Yeah, very different. It's like recruitment, just free pulls you do daily. So you're telling me there's a chance? Dude, my luck stat is fucking busted. Reba, you have to wait IRL hours. Doesn't matter. I get one a day. Eventually, I'm gonna nail it. Statistically, I can get it. There's always a chance. Eh, baby. There's extreme discrimination against people with the rock cancer, like lynching level stuff. Oh, no, I would not do that. I would pet her very lovingly. And also maybe squish the thighs, because, yeah, gorgeous girl. You don't quit till you win. Exactly. 99% of gamblers give up right before they win. You get like 4 a day. Perfect. I love her. She's gorgeous, and she has like one of the strongest designs in this game so far. In terms of, like, theme and animal person and fantasy and urban aesthetics. Good shit. Mouse. Ah, very cute. Super pretty. The weapon is dope, but, again, posing is kind of weak. I almost missed it. Mouse is nice. Mouse is a really good vibe. Catgirl, we love Catgirl. I like the, like, Lolita aesthetic in general for this. Flaws. Yeah, I wish I could see them better. They get kind of lost in the sauce. Composition is important. I also do like the detail, though, that she destroyed the sleeve putting it on. Almost like... Wait, are they attached to her body? So these don't come off, do they? The fact that the sleeve is all torn up tells me that these are attached to her. They're not attached. So... So you're telling me that this girl is that fucking dumb that she fucking puts the weapon on first and then the sleeve? That's her actual hand. Oh, those come off. They look attached to her, though. They don't look like they come off. The hand is fuzzy. I still like the aesthetic for this outfit so much. Like the fucking like Lolita aesthetic, the super cute boots, the ruffles, the little baby hat, the like half cape thing. Super adorable. They're prosthetic. Oh, okay, let's see the E2. Okay, so they're not they're gloves. Okay, this one, she doesn't have the sleeves destroyed. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, I see them on the ground. I see them on the ground. Also, kitties. So many kitties. I like that they put the animals into the E2 artwork. This is really cute, and this is actually really, really nice composition and posing. Again, there's beauty in the PNG gachas that I think we're sorely missing. She's a calico, I guess? Yes, a very cute one. I love her. Shockingly useful. Really? This is a really, really good, well-composed picture because the yarn balls lead you back to her, and so do the cats. When you're composing a picture, you have to make sure that your line of sight goes to the focal point of your piece. And for this one, it's her face. So the balls of yarn let your eye travel upwards. It's like a circle, right? You always end up back at the face. Everything is framing her face. It's such a neat picture. I love it so much. There's really good artwork here. The two tails are actually surprising. I was not expecting that. Is it bad to say that the Reverse 1999 has spoiled me rotten when it comes to quality of the 2D? No, it is not bad because Reverse 1999 has some of the most consistently high quality renders I've ever seen in the industry. She's quite good for a Boar Star. Oh, there you go. Spiraling into her face. It's basic composition. Composition, fun fact, things, especially little baby artists in the audience. Composition is one of the hardest things you will ever learn how to do. It is an end game skill. Do not worry if it's not something you can figure out right away. Gravel. Oh! This one. Oh shit. Hot. I remember you. I like you. You're incredibly sexy. Rat. Creature. A rat and creature. I love her. Yandere horny girl. Kisses. 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 Pink hair. She's a pink thing. She's a pink thing. Oh my god, she's so pretty. She's a pink thing, and she has great hair, and I love the barcode, and she's also, like, a nice, like, petite body-type waifu. The weapons are amazing.
Animals that look like they're from Earth are usually just actual dudes who can talk. Like no one knows what a cat looks like, so everyone is freaked out by them.
That's kind of hilarious, though. That's actually super fucking funny, though. Thanks so much for the super. What do you mean no one knows what they look like? Groundhog. Police cat? Prairie dog. She's a prairie dog. Gravel is actually one of the sexiest units, and she's pretty well dressed, believe it or not. And you wanna know why? It's all in the way that her outfit is put together. Like, it's skin tight. The coat is, like, zipped down almost all the way. It leaves just enough for the imagination. The socks are, like, slightly squishing her thigh, but they're not crushing it. They're kind of like torn up and broken. She has heels. She seems very confident, very, very, very sexy. Because you want to know why? Because like it looks like she's almost undressed, but not quite. But it's done in a really subtle way, you know? So it's not too much. Also still used a lot even now. One of the cool things about ARKNIGHTS is that you can use the launch units, no problem. Literally no problem. She's gorgeous. Her weapons are great. She has like the perfect ARKNIGHTS style. Because she has, like, the urban fantasy aesthetic. She has, like, a little bit of armor here and there on her head as well. Her color scheme is brilliant because her hair really stands out. And does not get drowned out by the jacket because we toned down the saturation in that blue. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Beautiful girl creature. He kisses you on arrival because the prairie dogs kiss each other to identify each other, adding lore to the horny. Yeah, I did hear about this, that, like, she kisses you, which is really sweet.
There was an incident on Twitter in 2022 where someone claimed AK designs were hypersexualized unlike Genshin's. They then proceeded to get ratioed to high heaven with the sultry full-body clothing.
It's really funny because Arknights, I would argue, and Genshin at the time did not really have Goonie designs. Like early Genshin and early Arknights, I can't speak to the later Arknights because I've never seen it. Their designs are actually not very Goonie. They have sexuality, they have sensuality, definitely, but it's not something I would call hypersexualized. This is actually very, very nicely done, very subtle. I would not call this hypersexualized, but it is attractive, it is sexy, just in a more quiet way. It's not like Azure Lane, for example, that's like very booby in your face. Let's see the E2. Oh, pink thing. God, yeah, I get, we're sticking the dumpy out. Yeah, yeah. Look at it go, chat. Look at it go. If I do have one minor nitpick for this one, and this is completely from my line of work, her spine is a little broken. Little. Not that much, just a little. Just a little bent. It's something that has actually, it's a trap. It's a trap for a lot of people who draw, like, who want to draw, like, sexy booby lady, that you want to show both T and A, and you can't actually show both T and A in this pose in particular. So if you bend one of them too much, the spine will break. So while the torso is almost in profile, it should be fully in profile for this pose to work. Other than that, though, it's beautiful, and I love the fucking prairie dogs. All of them. All of them. The hole for the tail is really cute. Is her tail too short? No, she's a prairie dog. Prairie dogs do not have big tails. I love the hair color to bits. She's just so pretty. The fucking greedy artist. Yeah, it's greed. It's literally greed. It's happened to the best of us. I cannot judge you for this because guess what? I've done it too. I've done it in the past. It's happened to me in the past. The TNA spine break booby pose is very, very common. It's a very, very common thing. Almost all of us have done it. Lisandia, thanks so much for the sub. Thank you. I'm glad you can see the tail hole in the pants. Yeah, I like it too. I think it's nice to show that like they're actually dead-ass animal people and they are thinking about that.
Chalk it up to prairie dog spine. They are flexy.
No, absolutely not. That is absolutely artist error. We've all done it. It's okay. Thanks so much for the super. Robe. Oh! Unhinged Bnui. Love her. Love her, love her, love her, love her. Looks like she might stab you, but it's okay because she's hot. Rope is sexy. Bnui is sexy. She has great hair, beautiful ears. Her weapon is an anchor, for fuck's sake. She looks like she's gonna try and wrap your dick up in that fucking 90s style choker that she's wearing, and you're gonna like it. She is absolutely unhinged. Her jacket is lovely. Her outfit is so cute because she's wearing like big like varsity jacket with like nothing underneath it, and like her fucking fancy lace knee highs. I have lace thigh highs like this, and I think either boots or sneakers, like boots sneakers. Her hair is super cute. She looks unhinged, and I love her. The face of the girl asking if you like the special drink. The face of the girl who's gonna wrap your dick up in that like 19 and like early 2000s choker you can get from Claire's, you know. Beaker. She has beakers. I love the fact that her weapon is like grappling hook anchor thing. Wait, is the jacket semi-transparent? No, it's just the lighting that they give it. She's one of the best early characters to yank out of scope enemies into pits. Yeah, she can just grab units and go thunk. She's a goblin. I like her. I love this unit. I'm recognizing more of the ones that I used to have and like, oh god, they're so cute. The rock cancer is claiming her thighs. Yeah, but only a little bit. You can still squish them. See? Only a little. She will literally rope you. She will yank you into that pit and smile while you go down. Her design is very rebel, but also very functional, which is perfect for a cat burglar. It's a very cute design. Again, fits with the urban fantasy aesthetic, but the personality is, I want to be trendy, because she has, like, the bows and the earrings and the lace socks. So, like, she's like, yeah, I need this to be functional, but I also want it to be kind of girly pop. Very femme, very cute. I love her face. And the hair is so cute. Did you get that, like, she exists as a pawn? She's a bunny that uses ropes. Like, a jump rope? She's actually one of the most terminally infected. No! Chad, stop making me sad! Let's see the E2. Don't make me sad. I love her. Oh, she's so cute. Yank me into the pit, Bnui mommy. That is so pretty. Oh, does the jacket open on the side? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, she does wear, like, nothing on it. Jesus, rope. There is nothing under there. She takes off that jacket, it's pure booba. Psychotic. God, yes. Going commando. No, brah. All booby. And she looks like a little yandere. We like that, though. Ready to flash. It looks sweaty. Yeah, it might be a little bit. That material might make you a little bit sweaty. Yeah. Well, she's on her last hope, so why bother? Chat, no sadness! Like, it's sweaty, but thankfully, you guys are degenerates, so people probably like that, huh? I like her shorts a lot. They're very cute. And I like the detail on the lace socks. Like, still very feminine, still very cutesy. I'm guessing this is a few years down the line, because all of her piercings have disappeared. Or we forgot them. She has, like, some holes on one ear, some studs, but, like, are they still there in the E2? Nope, gone. She covers up being nearly dead by being a brat. Perfect. I don't even know if we're gonna hit any 6 stars today. There's a lot of units. Oh, pretty. Mirror. This is one of the ones that's more fantasy coded as opposed to urban fantasy, but can I just say that that skirt is precious? It's so fucking cute. Like, this one feels like one of those healer units. She's very cute. She sounds like a purr. Her name sounds like a Herbalist, very cute. Very, very cute. Very nice, warm colors. Very nice silhouette. Adorable ears and tails. Like, this is one of my fiance's favorite units. Oh, really? Oh, by the way, congratulations. I saw the tweet. Congrats. She's a herbalist medic. She's so cute. The skirt being, like, one big ruffle is a bop. I also really like that despite the fact that, like, she has, like, her pretty much schoolgirl vibe going on, there's definitely alchemist vibes here as well with all the herbs, the beakers, the tools that she uses to garden, and to extract, like, minerals and materials to make medicine. It's very, very cute. Flashbang, it's a flash grenade. It's very green. It's very cutesy. Flashbang grenade. Why does she have that? Oh, yeah, she does have a flash grenade. Yeah, like, it's a few vials of medicine and a flash grenade in case we need to book a run for it. I like the tail. In general, it's, like, a very nice, subdued silhouette. She's, like, drawn in on herself. Not the most confident fighter, but good at her other job. Let's see the evolved. Oh, that's so pretty, though! Oh, I love. Oh, that's so cute. It's definitely giving, like, Kirby Forgotten World vibe, where she's, like, sneaking out to gather materials into, like, exclusion zones and shit. She mainly uses herbs to heal others. Can I just say that, like, healing units in ARKNIGHTS are goated? Incredibly fucking valuable, protect at all costs. Yeah. Don't you take your flashbang with you when you go out? Sadly, no. I like her cloak. Show more urban. The cloak is more urban, more modern. But there's definitely, like, a nice mix of fantasy in here with, like, her bag and her vials and shit. She doesn't have rock cancer. Never mind, it's in her leg. She does have rock cancer! But, like, not every operator has rock cancer, by the way, but they all have the monitor bracelet somewhere on their bodies. A lot of ARKNIGHTS medics don't actually have a medical license. Who needs a medical license in the apocalypse? Healers in ARKNIGHTS are literally goated. Cannot get anything done without them. Seriously, protect at all costs. Protect at all costs. She's so cute. What a cute unit. There's so many of these I never got. I had a lot of units. I didn't pull that often, though, to be fair. She's not infected. Oh, there you go. Like, she doesn't have, like, the cancer anywhere in her person, but I never got so many of these units. I didn't pull a lot, though, to be fair. They heal with anything except medicine. We need some drugs, herbs. Oh, Scruffy's wife. Waifu. Hello! Gavial, yeah. She can fucking get it! This is one of the sexiest characters in ARKNIGHTS. One of my actual favorites as well. With one of the best art styles out of all of them. It's an alligator, I think? Crocodile. The tail is actually thicky, but not as thicky as the other one. She's giving Ubel. No! She predates Ubil. If anything, Ubil is giving Gavial. This bitch predates Ubil. Get that fucking Frieren swill. I love Frieren, side note, joking. Out of my sight, she predates Ubil. The staff goated. Fucking pointy, pretty hair goated. Pointy ears goated. Gold eyes, yes. The face that she looks like she might bite your dick off, absolutely. Military outfit that's still super feminine, adorable. Amazing color scheme, yeah. Crocodile tail, 10 out of 10. Tomboy healer, my wife, she's gorgeous. Look at the shoes! Those are that is goated footwear. That is beautiful footwear. Gavials are like the subset of Crocs and Gators. She is a healer. Look, again, the healing units in Arknights are worth their weight in gold. She'll heal you whether you wanted to or not. Why do I feel like her healing involves throwing things? I never got this unit, by the way, but I wanted it. She's super cute. Great shoes, great uniform, great hair, great everything. She'll heal you by beating you up. Yeah. Aggressive healer. I like aggressive healing. Beating you with the staff. Good. She's actually free. I never got her. I played a lot of Arknights, but I didn't interact with the UI at all. Oh, pretty. Oh, that is so pretty. Look at the bicycle shorts. She's based on like Agariel, I think. Hence her name is a play on it. Look at the bike shorts, please. And how cool that jacket is. We still have the super cool shoes, by the way. The bike shorts are super sexy. See, a character being sexy has nothing to do with the amount of skin you show, but everything to do with how the character presents itself. The confidence gives a lot of sexuality to this character. Yes, I appreciate this. Swamp Queen, get out of my swamp or she will heal you by beating you to death. She's an S-tier combat unit who prefers to be a B-tier healer because she found a calling she likes more. There you go. The bike shorts are goated. She's super, super hot. Like, I like this unit a lot. She has really wide hips. Yeah, because she has a fucking big tail. Look at the size of that thing. Absolutely beautiful. Great face, great hair, great colors, great everything. I can see why Scruffy likes her. He has good taste, okay? Perfumer, I have this unit. She's very, very cute. For some reason, she has like an orange filter. And that's not me, by the way, that's the game. But I genuinely love the like very gentle mage vibe that this fucking unit has. She does look, she is a goat. I do believe she is a goat. I love all the ruffles and the wrap around the waist, the big jacket. Is that fur on the edges? Or, yeah, it is. Nice and soft. The rose collar is everything. A very cute unit. Okay, that is a tail. Yeah, most, again, there's no humans here. Most of them have some animal features. This is a goat. The shoes are super cute as well. Perfumer is cool. Her English voice is surprisingly good. Yeah, I actually had this unit. I don't quite remember what her deal was, but I did have her, and she was very, very pretty. I wonder if the E2 artwork gets rid of that orange filter, though, because I like it, but I don't think it fits because most units in Arknights have cool tones. Arknights will be here for a while. This is only the first one that I'm doing. Oh, yes, it does have the orange filter. It must be an art style thing. Okay, she strikes me as a healer, then. Look at that little baby! That's not a... Wait, that's not a goat. That's a fox. She heals using aromatherapy. Oh, she's one of them essential oils girlies. AoE medic. Okay, another very useful unit in Arknights. They have like traits where they do global healing regeneration. Fennec fox. Very cute. The dress is absolutely beautiful. The jacket is such a nice touch as well. I like how dainty and delicate it looks in general with like the big staff. It's giving like strong JRPG vibes. These artists does those filters and renders way better nowadays. And another cool thing to know when you're going through like...
She's the most important kind of healer. Oh.
Yeah, the AoE healers are incredibly useful. Thanks so much for super. One of the cool things about going through the units in release date is that you get to see the art style evolution as time goes on in the game as well, which is always very interesting. Because a lot of times it's subtle, but it's there. This is one of 2 healers that does map-wide heals. Oh, and again, did you guys think it was all girly pops? No. There are men in Arknights. A man! A bull, even! A lot of them are defense units. I have Matterhorn. He's pretty useful. I love his outfit because it's just one color scheme, just black. It's biker dude, 1,000,000,000%, kind of like biker dude cowboy. The sword is really cool. The shield is really cool. I love the horns to bits. Ears are also very nice. Like, this one's a very, like, strong, this is absolutely, like, a buffalo bull thing. I do like the way that they rendered his leather jacket. It's pretty nice. In general, it's a fun unit because there's a lot of detail on his outfit, but he has one color. That's like, this is a monochrome design for sure, but they add a lot of details, so it's okay. And one of the men in Arknights, there's not as many as women because we all know that gachas are predominantly played by guys, but there are a few dudes, and most of them are pretty good units. Hey, baby, this is giving very Squeenix. This is, like, super, like, old school Final Fantasy, like, or almost like Strangers of Paradise. Am I insane, chat? Does he have eyeliner? Yes. Does he? A little bit. It's more like eye bags. It looks so tough. I like it. Defender, I mean, the defender units are almost always incredibly useful. Like, they're like your tanky units. You should have a few of them on the map. Final Fantasy 15 looking dude. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy boy band. I like it, though. I like this one a lot, and I really like the big bull in the background. Is it a buffalo? I think it might be a buffalo because of the horns. Very, very strong, good cowboy vibes. Monochrome color scheme, but really nice use of details across the board. I think it's a buffalo. I think it's a buffalo. Quora, oh, baby. What is she? Because, like, she looks like a person, but I think she is a turtle. She's a turtle! She has a shell. Yes, that is attached to her spine. No, we don't know how her jacket works. Wait, hold on. It's a backpack. It's a backpack. So, she's a turtle in, like, in spirit? Because that's a backpack. So, I will say this. I will play devil's advocate for this designer. Turtles are really difficult to work with. When I was making the Squirtle line of Pokemusu, one of my biggest challenges was, how the fuck is the shell attached to the spine? Cowards. Yeah, I actually had to make the shell a part of the Musu when I designed it because I could not find any other way to not make it look like a backpack. It's very difficult to do. So in the sense of, did we try to make a turtle? No, we failed. But the design overall, turtle aside, is very cute. I love the jacket. I love the baseball bat. Love the teeny tiny orange socks. Really nice use of an accent color there. The hair is super cute. Hat is adorable. She looks perfectly ditzy. An overall very cutesy unit. But as a turtle, she kind of failed. A little bit. Because it should not be a backpack. I'm gonna see the evolved artwork and see if we have any more turtle features, scales, anything. Because if it's just the backpack, yeah, no, you did not do it properly. The silhouette is good, but it's still just a backpack. I do wish that they had done a little bit more to give this turtle. I will say this, however, the overall artwork, especially the splash bit, like the background, it's super nice. It's super, super nice. Very, very pretty. Outfit stays the same. That's just a human to me. It is just a person. She also has, like, amnesia. This is just a person. This is not actually a turtle. It's using the silhouette of the turtle, but she's not actually a turtle, at least not visually. The lore can say she's a turtle, of course, but visually, not a turtle. A bit of a character design mishap. Turtles are not easy to work with, so I can see why there was a struggle bus here. But it is a good thing to show off a tank unit. Yes, yes. You can definitely tell that that's what it is. High defense. The only turtle in existence. Yes, because they're not easy to conceptualize for a game like this. The turtles are one of the hardest things to Keiko no Mini ever. Gummy. Oh, I love Gummy. I love Gummy. Gummy, cute. Like, legs for days? The fucking matching, like, orange enamel, pan? Big shield. Or is that a table? I think it's a foldable. I think it's a fold-out table. Fold-out table shield thing. PTSD, Cook Bear student. She's so cute, though! Russian bear. Adorable. Don't make her swing thrice. Like, dude, it's such a cute unit. The uniform is precious. The jacket is super fucking cute. The ears almost look like space buns in her hair, but I'm kind of obsessed. Vault door. Look how, like, swirly and cute, like, the hair is for this one overall. Wholesome looking unit, traumatic backstories. That's just Arknights in general, though. In general, Arknights is very, very dark. Look at all the nice details here. Matching orange nail polish. The super bright tights. Navy blue school uniform. The adorable Mary Janes. They use the colors for this brilliantly well to show off how long her legs are. And to, like, make you look over the entire thing. You don't miss an iota of this design. It's great. Strong Chef Bear. Baby. I want to see the evolved one. Ah, this is a super cute unit. This is one of the ones that you see it and you immediately think this is the cutest thing on the planet. The Vault Door as a shield is a vibe, chat.
No, hers is really, really dark.
Like, more than your usual Arknights? Oh, damn. Okay, thanks so much for the super. Give me the TLDR, then.
Ballistic shield, cast iron skillet, bareheaded. Sounds like one argument away from a homicide lol.
Yeah, basically. Honestly, it looks like if you disagree with her, she's gonna bop you over the head and kill you. Thanks so much for the super. Okay, forced into cannibalism. Oh! Oh. Oh. She cannibalized her fellow schoolmates. Why? Russian school went into lockdown. Terrorists destroy food. Cannibalism. Is that steak person? Is that bear meat? Yeah, she eats bears. Oh. Oh, not anymore. Orchid's eggs. Chat! They're all animals, it's fine. Like, she didn't want to, but she did to survive. Oh, poor baby. Yeah, that is dark even for Arknights. But it's a really pretty unit, though. I like that they added an apron to this one. Very cute. She has massive PTSD. Of course she does. Who isn't traumatized in Arknights? Deep color. Okay, I love deep color so much from an artist standpoint because this is an artist unit. Her thing is art. And you'd think that I wouldn't like this because it breaks cohesion a little bit, but it makes sense. Because she's an artist, so she's obviously going to use brighter colors.
I tried to warn you, lol.
It's okay, I kind of wanted to know. Thanks so much for the super, like, the neon green. Neon green is a phenomenal eye catcher, but she also has very saturated red and teal. She is one of the characters in Arknights that has the brightest color schemes, which is not normal for Arknights. Arknights normally does very desaturated color palettes. Very chill because the story is really serious in tone, dark, depressing. But this is an artist, right? So most of the stuff that she uses does have some bright colors, while the predominant color still being black. It's a beautiful design. Super gorgeous. I love the dress, love the flare of the skirt. The jacket is adorable. Hat, 10 out of 10. Same with the scarf. It's a really fun outfit because it shows that it's an artist because she's like really embracing the chaos. And I think that she's also some form of octopus. Like she's cuttlefish coated, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she has an umbrella octopus on her back. Look how cute that is! An umbrella octopus on her sleeves. That's so cute. Is she a sea bunny? She seems to be an umbrella octopus. And that's actually mirrored in the silhouette of her outfit because they look like the tentacles of the umbrella octopus on the skirt. And that's also why she has such bright colors. It's not just an artist thing. Cuttlefish can do a ton of mimicry. So they can use a lot of really wild, wacky colors. Let's see the E2. Hi! Ooh, it's very pretty. And again, much like most cephalopods, she can camouflage, change colors. I like the green more, personally, but I don't hate this because it still has a really nice touch. Also, did she get a boob job? Whoa! I know it's supposed to be a few years later, but damn, girly pop. Like, we went from a B cup to some D's. Damn, baby girl. Jesus, them things. She drew them on. Yeah, she did. The skeleton. Damn, those were hidden. Booba. That's where the ink is stored. No. No. Bad. She has fat bags. She does have fat bags. It's like that one stupid character in Dragon Maid that had like really fat tits because that's where like her fire liquid or gas or whatever was stored in the dragon form. She does have fat bags though, ink bags. No, they're actually stored in there. Does she store the ink in the titty? Ink sacks, flame sacks. Yeah, the flame sacks are the boobs. Lulu, yeah, I hate that thing with a burning passion. That design is terrible. Terrible. Don't even show it to me. Wait, don't you dare. Lily, what? But Deep Color has an absolutely gorgeous design, great concept, and beautiful execution. For a 4-star, she has a very, very strong design. I love it to bits. So it's like the milk black, it's ink, you swine. Yes. Earth Spirit, super cute. Very, very cute. I wish we had a bit more Riz in the pose, but it's fine.
Ever see the video that shows a cuttlefish briefly mimicking a person's face before eating a fish?
Yeah, I have. It's super creepy. Thanks so much for the dono. Oh, thanks so much for the super. It showed up late for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I have seen it. It's super creepy. Earth Spirit, it's some type of gazelle, yes? The 9-to-5er, he does have the vibe of a salaryman. I think this is a guy, if I'm not mistaken. This reminds me of Saber. Okay, it's a girl. I'm sorry, this artist is just not great with their anatomy. I think out of all the Arknights artists, there's like 1 or 2, I think it's the same person, that I just do not like their characters at all because their poses are so fucking weak that they miss a lot of the vibe. But like the potential is all there, you know? I hope that in like later units that improves. I have faith in that. Love the red accents. The weapon is fairly cool. I do enjoy her vibe in general. The coat is really solid. Gloves are very pretty. I think I'm gonna see. Let's see if there's more Riz in the E2. Mountain Goat. This is a different artist. Okay, so there's 2 artists here. Very pretty. I do like me some petite girls. There's 2 artists in early Arknights that were not great with poses. I think that like there is a fear to really push the pose, if that makes sense. Because, like, you're making a super bombastic splash art. Push that pose, extend the arm, make the stand stronger, more yelling. Don't be afraid to just really exaggerate those movements. But, again, this is very early on in the game. I have complete faith that these are going to get better. What kind of battle pose is that? That's the thing. It's not. But I have complete faith that these are going to get better and better and better as time goes on. She's not great, but not great, but still a decent unit. Still nice colors. Still nice vibe. Fun. Goat skeleton is cool. So, yeah, there you go. Hi, Sensei. Hi! Poses can really make or break a character. They can. When you are designing a character, one of the most important things is how you pose them, because that shows off a lot of A, personality, B, silhouette. It's desperately important if you're going to design characters to basically nail the silhouette. It doesn't matter how many pieces of concept art you have to do. Doesn't matter how many goes you have to have at it. You can draw a character 16 to 20 times before you nail it, but it's very important that you do. Be patient. Just keep at it. Good posing is hard. It is. Shaw, creature. Baby creature. Okay, so, fun fact. Arknights does have child units. They're not common. They're actually pretty rare. But you see, similar to Reverse 1999, child units in both genders, I think. I think Shaw is a boy. Eat the child. If this is not a child, it looks very much like a kid. Sorry, not sorry, the art style, the ages you. Nope, small girl. Okay, baby girl. I like Firefighter Squirrel is a pretty strong aesthetic. That's an adult woman, Lily. Oh, we're not having this conversation. Okay, fine. She's a quote-unquote adult woman, the same way that Piper from Zenless is quote-unquote an adult woman. Chat, that is not a child. It means that she's a loli, and I won't tolerate that. Yeah, exactly. Let me call it a kid. Let's pretend it's a kid. It's more acceptable to me that way. Like, Squirrel Fighter is a really, really strong vibe, mind you. Because if this is actually, like, an adult, then this breaks art style completely, and I do not like it. But the potential is there. Axe is really cool. Firefighter uniform is very, very solid. It reminds me of the helmets in the Blue Archive girly pops that have, like their own unit. Love the face. It's a really good color scheme. The tail is super fluffy and cute.
Shot has sent many plummeting to their death.
Good, good. That's what a good unit should do in ARKNIGHTS, though. Thanks so much for the super. You blast you with water. Oh, 10 out of 10. Very cute. The shorts are really nice. In all, the concept is very strong. Very, very strong. Let's see the E2. Oh, baby! Con sus ardillas de Chapultepec. I think I prefer the version that has the yellow on the coat as opposed to this one, but it's still pretty solid. It's still very cutesy. Like, it still kind of fits the adorable firefighting squirrel vibes, which I like. Look at the little squirrel. Look at the baby. Like, the color scheme is better in this one, but both silhouettes work pretty well. Both of them work really, really well. Especially with the helmet. Very cute, baby. She's stopping traffic! Who gave that small child an axe? I know. Oh, Piltopsis. Dude, again, we're starting to get into the 5 stars. Rare units! We're gonna see at least one, chat! At least one first 5-star. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful unit. Super healer. Yep, she's an owl, I believe. She looks like an owl. She feels like an owl. I believe she is an owl. There is owl motifs everywhere. Big eyes on the goggles. Big eyes on the armband. Big eyes on her face. Owl eye on her staff. And feathered patterns everywhere in the outfit.
Tea applesauce.
You guys are gonna have to explain the ARKNIGHTS memes to me eventually. You know this, chat, right? Thanks so much for the super! It's super pretty. You can definitely tell it's an owl, though. It's a strong design. Good use of shapes.
This bird's name is Joyce Moore.
Oh, good. I prefer Joyce than Piltopsis. Why does her name sound like medicine or a disease? Because she's a healer! But I, love this one. Again, urban fantasy. Love the silhouette, love the owl motifs everywhere. They're so well used. Her little, like, horns on the hat that she's wearing kind of resemble an owl's beak as well. This is a character who started the under the desk meme. Oh! The shoes are very pretty. The use of color here was really, really strong because the orange is balanced really nicely in the top, middle, and bottom of the outfit. Very gentle, open posture. Definitely feels like a healer, but she's a little creepy. Like, if the Radiance was a person from Hollow Knight, she would have this vibe, I think.
She gives me Stolas vibes. I've never played ARKNIGHTS, so these are blind reactions from me.
It's okay, I've played ARKNIGHTS, but I haven't seen a lot of these units, so it's fine. Thanks so much for the super. Creepy? Kind of. Look at her, like, owls are creepy, birds are creepy. Have you ever seen an owl staring at you? Those eyes be empty. There is nothing in there, but she's gorgeous. I want to see the evolved. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes! Yes! Oh, yes. We got rid of the feathers, but it's okay because it still gives Avian very, very much so. Especially on her head. That is so gorgeous. It looks like, it feels like big lab coat. This fits the overall aesthetic of ARKNIGHTS a little bit better than the other design. Big lab coat, big like healer's robes. Angular patterns and designs everywhere. The owl color scheme is still there, obviously. And the owl eyes are mostly gone, but she looks way more focused and way more like she's doing her duty to heal others, you know? I love the hair accessories to build. This is actually a really good way to do bird Kekonominis, is to just like add like little wings on the head. Because it sells the idea that it's like an owl bird thing while still very much retaining the human element. I wish they had little baby tails. Some of them do, don't they? She has no rock cancer band. Yeah! She's a healer. The boots are gorgeous. The outfit is overall absolutely stunning. Less orange, but I will forgive it because overall the outfit being monochrome works really well with this color scheme. Cursed head chicken wings. No! Oh no, she has like one of the worst rock cancer things. What? She has rock cancer in her brain. Oh, come on!
She has rock cancer in the brain, so she LARPs as a computer to keep the demon voices at bay. Also narcoleptic. Also you say the names like Tilipsis.
I mean, she probably, I would be narcoleptic too if I had fucking rock brain cancer. Thanks so much for the super. I think Joyce is cuter, though. She's a very accomplished scientist. She's very pretty! Okay, unfortunately, we're out of time for today, so I'm gonna leave the Arknights review at that. Overall, though, I'm enjoying looking at these designs because there's been a lot of evolution in the artwork as time goes on. This is just from, like, the first release. It's interesting to see how different artists kind of, like, took the aesthetic and made it theirs. I have some notes here and there, but nothing that I think that time won't fix. They have so many cool units, so many fun operators. I love the concept of all animal people, and I like that the chat is trying their best to make me sad. So I think that Arknights definitely has one of the more unique aesthetics in the gacha games, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more. So if you guys like this video, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, so I can make another one.
Hi Lily, due to job won't catch as many streams.
Oh no, but it's okay. The VODs will always stay up. Thank you. Thanks so much for the super. So yeah, I like this. Guys, tell me which one is your favorite operator. Did I get to them yet? It might take me a little bit, but we'll do it. Fight your demons in the comments. You know I like to hear it, right? And don't forget, if you guys want to get super duper energized like your favorite Arknights operators, go check out gsupps. Use code KINKYMATION at checkout for 10% off your entire order, which you can reuse. You can double dip, alright? And with that, I will leave this segment done and the stream as well. I'm gonna go grab something for dinner, and I will see you guys tomorrow for some Kirby, alright? Have an amazing evening, afternoon, lunch, whatever. I'll see you all soon, okay? Bye! Love you, bye! Bye!